But it would help if I was off mute, so I've got to do those introductions again. Good evening, and welcome. I'm Abs of October Red, and guess what? It's Saturday night, and yet again, it's a live watch along. It feels like I haven't been here for a minute, even though I was here, a week ago on a Sunday? Hope you're all well. Welcome to those of you that have joined. I thought I'd start it a little bit early because obviously Rihanna and Dixon's going up next, so I wanted to make sure I was here for that fight. Dan, I don't know what we're gonna say. What we're gonna say? Uh, Dan's just gone straight in for the neck about the Jordan Flynn fight with Cameron Vong. I've seen what people have said on Twitter. I think Troy Williamson is one that's just xed or tweeted that he thinks Cameron Vong wins comfortably. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. I've been tweeting all the way through the fights. Shout out to Kane Baker, who really put up a good fight, but just wasn't good enough to get through Gomez Jr. I spoke to him a couple of times, and the last time I spoke to him was this week. He was really, really keen and confident that he was going to win this fight. He said that he wanted to vacate as soon as he won and go for the British. And as you know, we've got Mr. Bellotti, the bomber Bellotti there waiting. That'll be another good fight. So congratulations to Gomez Jr., commiserations to Birmingham's Kane Baker. I'm all good. I'm all good. Glad to be here with you guys again on a Saturday. It's not the same without a watch along, isn't it? Saludos to Jesus and happy Saturday to you, Jose. Salute back to you. Zach Katz, how you doing? All good to see you. Let's have a look. If you said Flynn had a stinker. Do we want to talk about that? Because like I said, I was tweeting about him, but I think in the beginning, I don't know, overwhelming nerves. Obviously, the eyes are on him. We know that he's supposed to be going up against Cameron. We know Cameron Vong was there watching him. A bit of pressure, but he seemed to ease into a pattern afterwards. It's tough. I know that Cameron Vong is very, very good at distance. He can box you and stop you at distance, range, and he's somebody that finds his range very quickly. I'm going to say that Vong is definitely the favourite going into that fight. Yeah, tough one. Oh, good evening, Chris. How you been? Hope you've been looking after yourself and still uploading your videos. If he's saying Vong won't beat Flynn convincingly, especially with his inactivity and overconfidence, okay, that's balanced it out. The person he was fighting wasn't there to be a punch bag. It's true, but Jordan's always in these lives and death. Remember, has he gone twice? He's gone twice with Kane Baker. And he's gone up in weight, hasn't he? Has he gone up to fight Cameron? Because that's not his natural weight that he fought at this afternoon. I'm sure it isn't. I can't remember. I'm sure he went up in weight. Cos, how you doing? Hope you're well. Good. And keep uploading them. Chris, if you feel like it, if you want to, just copy and paste one of your video links. If I'd like, say, I'll put up a community page. I might do that after I've done this and say if anybody's got any, obviously, YouTube channels of their own that they want to share, just copy and paste and put your link for the channel or one of your favourite videos. I'll do something in the community page after I log off this. So you're all more than welcome to advertise your work as well, what you do, what you like talking about. Just put it all out there. I'll do it in a bit. My memory is a bit crap, but I'll try my best to remember it. Cannon, good evening. Big up, Red. I've got Barrett. I've got... I like both Jordan Flynn and Zalfa Barrett. Jordan Flynn. Jordan Gill. Night of the Jordans. But I think Zalfa's going to pull through as well. Have you put a bet on this? And if so, what are you saying? If he's usually good with his bets. So let us know. Rihanna and Dixon. And I think Caroline Dubois says she's watching. She's keeping an eye on this fight. Because as we know, Rihanna and Dixon was supposed to fight Caroline Dubois, and Eddie went, nah, we're going to put Dixon on another route, and then we'll switch in and put Beatrix Ferreira in. So I know Caroline's got her eye on this, and obviously this is a world title fight for Rhiannon. A tough fight as well, because is it Carabel? I'm going to try and pronounce the name correctly. She's gone in against Katie Taylor. So she's tough. Very nice girl as well. I met her. I did want to try and get the opponents of both Ellie and Rihanna on my channel, but I didn't get time to the other day. And they kind of like got off. They didn't really wait around, but I would have loved to have spoken to them because of the experience that they've got, because of who they've been in against. Sometimes it'll be more interesting to like listen to their story. But here we go. This fight is literally started very fast. Rhiannon straight to the center, both firing out at each other. Rhiannon circling to the left. Nice backhand coming in from Rhiannon. The combinations are going to come in from Carabel. You know, that the vicious come forward, get inside and just drill you to pieces. We can see that. The 1-2 coming in from Carabel, but she's missing with the backhand at the moment. First round, first few seconds, both fighters finding their range. But I will say that Dixon's better in range at this time to start off with. She's feinting as well, which I like. I do like to see fighters feint. A lovely 1-2 there. Caught Carabel straight on the chops. She threw a backhand to the body there. Carabel got her back right on the top of the head as she still circling to her left. Nice work, though, to be fair. And I tell you what, Dixon's come on leaps and bounds from when she first started. And I think she said this in a recent interview, you know, the promo for the fight, that she didn't like her debut. She was awful. She was worried that she wouldn't get called back. But she has polished up very nicely. The jab thrown. Carabel still hasn't necessarily found her range, but, I do like her kind of like creep forward style. That chin is perfectly tucked. Really good stance coming in from Carabel. But we're getting Rhiannon landing the punches. But I do think if Dixon gets into range, this is where it could get sticky. I think you got to box and move with this one. You don't really want to get into a trade-off because it could get sticky. You know what these girls are like. They do not play when it comes to that inside fighting. Round 1 already over. So if you see saying Gill for the win, what do you think? KO or points? I think I did a poll and I clicked Barrett KO, but I could be wrong. Whatever. Watching the boxing and watching you talking to someone at the same time. Oh, yeah. Chris? Is this the beginning of Chris Welsh getting into a relationship? Greetings to Bruce Gas Boxing, Jazz and more. I really do love that username. Good evening to you. Michael Gomez Jr. performance was good earlier. Wish I put a bet on him to get the stoppage, as that was my prediction. Baker takes too much punishment. It's his style of fighting, but he'll roll the dice, and he's prepared to literally stay on his feet till he can't stay on them no more. A credit to boxing. Tough, rugged fighter. Big step up for Dixon. Karen won rounds against Katie. I think Dixon on points. If she keeps a distance, like I said, she's got a box and move, Chris. Lion, good evening. Hi, Red. Hi, all. Tough fight this is for Dixon. But Emma, spot on. And it is a good start from Dixon. She's doing really well. Look, you see the way she's getting inside. Look at, she continues to circle to the left using that southpaw stance of hers. She's able to land the jab comfortably to the body, slipping the shots that are coming back from Carabel and making sure Carabel can't get on top of her because she wants to sit on your chest. You know the style that she's got. But Dixon is dictating the fight at the moment. She's not allowing that. Lovely work. Do you see that? Box slip and backhand. Lovely work coming in from Rihanna to start off with. 10 rounds, points. Confident start from Dixon. Let's have a look. As she circles, she spins out that jab hand. Almost like a confusing feint. Still circling to her left. Staying out the way. Keeping her foot on the outside of Carabel as well to make sure she's more dominant in the ring position, to use that ring generalship to the maximum, to make sure that she can move in and move around at will and land those shots, which she is landing, because Carabel is coming up short with almost every shot that she's throwing back. I say that as she touches the nose of Dixon with her own orthodox jab. Here we go, inside, a little bit of work there. Bit of reddening on the face of Dixon, but that could, ooh, and a nice combination. A 1-2 came in there from Carabel, both ladies in the clinch. A bit of reddening under the eye, I was about to say, of Dixon on the right hand side. I don't know if that's with the jab that I said that just touched her face. Round 2 already down. How many fights until the main event? 2 after, well, 1 after this. So 3 fights in total. I've got a 5 on Barrett points. Would I ever have a fight? Nah, I'm too old. Too old. Street fight, yeah, no problem. But I ain't getting in there. No, too old for that. Yeah, a good technical fight. I think I might have slept on this a little bit because I was interested in, obviously, the Gomez Jr. fight and obviously the main event. I think I've slept on this one a little bit because it's been good. Oh, I wish I could understand Spanish. I've got to learn Spanish. I say this every time I'm on a live. Let's see how far it goes with that someone that's. I want inviting to the wedding. That's all I'm saying, Chris. I need, just let me know so I can buy a wedding hat and I'm there. Karen, let's have a look. Karen can only get off when Dixon is stationary or on the inside. Yeah, spot on, which she obviously knows that. And that's why her ring generalship looks so good here with what she's doing. I mean, look at her, look at the dipping, look at the feint. She's dipping to feint to go on the inside, grabs her for the clinch. Once both ladies are on the inside, just be careful of pausing after the ref has separated you and you can go again because you can get caught with a silly shot there. As she lunges in the back. Oh my God, she's knocked her down. Wow, beautiful shot. Knocked her down, body shot, counting. Here we go. She's up straight on her feet. Fair play. What an improvement. Damn. Going in, 1-2 for the head. Carabel tries to come back with her own as Dixon pushes her back to the ropes. 1-2, she comes back with her own hook. Both girls on the ropes in a clinch. Some real, I don't know, stiff blinks coming from Carabel there. I think she's hurt. Damn. Go, girl. I didn't see that coming. There's me thinking he's going to go to points. She's knocked her down. Here we go. Carabel is now on the inside, throwing off those shots there as Rihanna catches her clean with a hook on the side of Carabel's head. We like it. Look at what Dixon's doing. I'm talking about those feints. Whose head's bleeding? All right, she's cut. It's Dixon's got a cut on the head. Look at her style. Watch her style. Look at her. Beautiful. As she dips in for the feint, she'll dip, and then throw the shot to the body. Backhand. Oh, I think Carabel's cut in the eye. Or is that the blood from Dixon? Oh, beautiful work. Really well done. Right, saying Gill by stoppage. Barrett went to points with the journeyman last and hasn't been as active. Gill has momentum and Ben Davison. Are we crowning Ben Davison? Are we giving him this like trainer of the year thing? Just remember, what was it? Eddie Minoso, Derek James. I don't like to do that because then it's like you give him that crown. What a beautiful shot. That's perfect. But then you give him these like crowns and it's like, yeah. Oh, okay, fair enough. It's a clash of heads. So cheek of Carabel, head of Dixon. Here we go. Round 4. Right, hold on. Straight away, Dixon goes into the center of the ring. Look at that spinning, the feints. She has improved tenfold. Look at that. The feint, she dips. She's confusing her opponent because you don't know when she's going to throw. She keeps doing that. 1-2 once again, straight on the cut of Carabel. That's going to open back up. That cut, I think, is it on her cheek? Lovely feet. There we go. as she taps out that jab and goes straight in for the southpaw backhand to the body. The Carabel on the front foot, but Dixon comfortable on the back foot, still circling to her left. Nice feet as well. 1, 2, 3 coming in from Carabel as she throws out a jab to end the combination of her own. Good. I was just about to say, is Rihanna and Dixon going to continuously circle to her left? Because Carabel's experience will pick that up. And then as I say that, she circles out to the right. Good work. But the blood is starting to show once again from the head of Dixon. Flipping heck. Good fight. A 1, 2, 3 ending with a body shot hook coming in from Rhiannon. Both of them on the inside. She knocks her again. Nearly got her off her feet as Carabel takes a couple of steps back. She can get her again. Go on, Dixon. That's it. Get inside. Take that risk. Both girls in the clinch. Ref shouts to break. Let's just keep an eye on that eye of Dixon to see make sure it doesn't start to swell. Because I'd definitely be going for that. 1, 2. Girls both trading off. Yeah, really good work. Right, way more technical than the fight we saw before. Definitely. Salute Red and the chat. It's Toby Ring Girl Bartlett. Shout out to you. Great looking ring girls tonight, Red. I didn't even... You know what? I haven't even seen the ring girls. Me just watching boxing. Yeah, it was a great knockdown. Ify, you say this every week. I might be a bit behind, but I ain't refreshing this because then it's going to faff about again. And remember, I've got dodgy internet, so I wouldn't even be surprised if the live stream cuts off because that's happened before now. I could go through all of them because it has been a good night of boxing, Maka. There's been a few round 1 stoppages. It's been stoppage galore tonight. So it's been a very good card so far. Oh, what's that? What's happening? The doctor's having a look at the cut, asking is she okay? Bit of time. 10 seconds. I mean, what's 10 seconds? What is that extra 10 seconds going to do for anybody? I don't even think Sugar Hill was on the list, was he? But Davison, yeah, 100% earned it. But I'm always scared about giving people crowns and then something, happens and it's like, oh. So yeah, absolutely give him his flowers. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it as that. I don't think she's been knocked down either, to be fair. I'll have to check. And she can punch. She can punch, she can move, she can box. But what I'm really impressed with is her feints. Because those feints, you don't know when someone's going to throw. She's doing it again. She dips to the left, she dips to the right. So the fighter's going to anticipate something coming up. So they may put their guard up. They may look ready to throw out a shot which she can parry and counter. Really good boxing brain here from Dixon. 3-1 to Dixon. Carabel might get pulled out. You know what? I really love this camaraderie in the chat with people that I've obviously met on other channels or whatever. And then you all link up in another place. It's like, oh yeah, you're good. How you doing? The social. This is a good thing about YouTube. YouTube social media to me is the best. It's the most interactive, and it's where literally, it's a better place. It's not as toxic as the other stuff. I saw the ring girls on before. Of course you did. Do you take like screenshots of them, like on YouTube, and like save them on your phone, Tony? I've started the show. Where have you been, Raymond? Where's AP? Where is AP? I need AP and I need pound for pound Jack. Where are you? You better pop in here and say hello, because if you don't, I'll be a bit pissed. Excuse my French. Zalfa Barrett making his way. Well, they're just showing them walking towards the back of the arena. Jordan Gill. You know, out of their gym as well, I'd like to see Jamie Takivi back out soon as well, because he did a really good job on that Dobivenchenko, pronounce his name properly. And he's going in up against Huey Fury next as well. Need to see Jamie Takivi back out. I'd like to see him back out. Right, here we go. Both ladies back into the centre of the ring as we start round number 6 of 10. It flies by for this world title shot between two very good boxers. You've got the experience and you've got the as we say, the ex-white collar fighter, the pharmacist who found the sponsors for her to be able to give up being a pharmacist and come into boxing full-time as a professional, trained by Crawler. And Corolla, oh, beautiful comment. Look at this. She slips the shot and then just throws the over 1-2 with the overhand to finish. Look at that. Look at her feet. Literally taking a couple of steps out to the right as she throws her combinations. See, she's got that movement. She's not just moving one way. Really good work here from Dixon. I feel a little bit bad. I feel like I've underrated her a little bit. That uppercut she got her with, but Carabel got her with a shot there that buckled her legs. Both girls in for the clinch. Dixon looks like she's breathing a little bit from that shot. Let's keep an eye on this. Don't you dare go out of distance. You got to work too much to get back in. There we go. Keep that head moving. Keep it offline. Nice feet. Carabel goes forward. Dixon comfortable on the back foot, but I'm having a look at her legs. I don't like her legs. They look a little bit unsteady. We've got 30 seconds left. As she dips in the head and goes in for Carabel's body. This might be the test. We're now in the second half of the fight. This is that engine. This is that conditioning. This is throwing all those powerful shots. That's getting the knockdown. Carabel catches her with one on the cheek. This is where Dixon has got to be careful. Yeah. Careful now, because the experience will kick in from Carabel, and this is the part that can make her dangerous. Celebrating as she goes back into a corner. Her coach is like, yeah, you've had that round. Need more activity from Dixon. Yeah, she slowed down a bit then. I think Carabel got over his shot and it buckled her legs a bit. Let's have a look. Raymond's Alpha maybe a bit. He was tight at the weight. Dear God. I think I tweeted that yesterday. I didn't like the way he looked on the scales at all. I mean, maybe it's because I was jealous because I can't get that slim, but whatever. You just keep an eye out for the see she gave me the name. Yeah, she got clipped. Yeah, lactic acid. Yeah, I agree. Right, 5-1. 5-1 Dixon. You've got Emma. As she takes a deep breath going into round number 7. Both girls back to the centre of the ring. Once again, Dixon comes with that feint, keeping her head offline. Carabel falls out the shot first. 1, 2, 3 coming in from Carabel, pushing Dixon back onto the back foot. But she keeps that feint. She maintains her feet, but she's getting caught now. Carabel, look at how Carabel now is just literally throwing the jab out. There's no real urgency. She's relaxed. She's throwing the jab out and she's landing it at will. First half of the fight, she was struggling to land that, but let's have a look. Let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 coming back in from Dixon. Body shot landed from Carabel as Dixon throws the backhand to the head. Let's have a look. Keeping that head offline. Look at, it's this jab that's coming in from Carabel now. Let's have a look. Now it seems to be Dixon that's falling shorter on the shots, and Carabel is confidently on that front foot and is better. She's more in range. Oh, 1-2. Literally, Carabel is just literally walking forward now, throwing the 1-2, jab, jab. Needs, yeah, Dixon, there we go. Dixon got it with a nice counter, backhand. But the activity now is coming in from Carabel. She's throwing more shots. She's hitting first. She's landing the jab. We need Dixon to just step up the pace a little bit, start to push through the gears. We need to see that pace just stepped up a little bit from Dixon. Start to throw first. Don't wait. Don't wait on Carabel to hit you to counter. Throw those shots. Be as active, be as committed as you were in the first half of the fight. Right, nice one, Emma. So you're saying 6? You're saying 6-0, Dan? I've given that, not this round. I've given the one before to Carabel. 4-2, yeah. I'm probably going to say I'm agree with you. Been at 9 stone 4 for all his career. Feel tonight the weight may come calling. Hope it's not the case. I'm pulling for Zelfa. I'm watching it now, and the first thing I see is the ring girls. Look, it's there, and I think it's good that we've got ring girls. I don't think that there should be something that they take out of boxing. It's part of the boxing culture. I don't see a problem with it. Hi guys, I'll be home in 20 minutes. Catch up with you all then. Matty, good evening to you, and drive safely home. Let's have a look. Round 8. 3 rounds left, guys. Hold on. Once again, the ref is not happy with the eye. And he wants some of the Vaseline off the eye. If she doesn't preserve her energy, it looks like it could end in a late stoppage for Carabel. Yeah. Here we go. It could be critical. Let's have a look. Her legs are better now. We've seen better legs. Her legs are sturdy. And this is Dixon I'm on about. She seems to have got her strength back as she feints in and throws that backhand to the body of Carabel. Both ladies in the clinch. Attack the eye. 1-2. Jab. Feinting out the jab from Dixon. Jab. Pouring jab from Carabel. Dixon's looking to grab, but then throws the overhand as Carabel moves away from that attempted clinch from Dixon. This is where the experience of the fighter will kick in. And this is where you're seeing that relentlessness now starting to come in from Carabel. She was throwing the jab and landing at will. She's comfortable, just slightly edging forward, not overdoing it, not struggling to find the range. But to be fair, Dixon answers. Catch her coming in. That's what you want to do. When she comes in, get her with that uppercut. I know that chin is neatly cut, but maybe like a screw shot. Catch her on the chin on the other side. There are openings, even though Carabel is nicely tucked up. She's compact. You can see the experience by the way, by her stance. You can see that the experience kicking in there. She throws her overhand right on the head of Rihanna, and Rihanna throws the jab back to the body. Pours out the jab, flicks out the jab. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look what we got. What are the scores at the doors, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think the Argentinian ting respects her power. And that is from Bomberclot Boxing. How are you doing this evening, Mr. Bomberclot? Or is it Mrs. Bomberclot? I don't know. 6-1. Dixon was meant to end it. After all, she knocked her down and she celebrated too soon. Now she's paying for it with interest. Iffy with the cutting comes. 4-3. You called it red. She needs to change direction. Yeah, 4-2 makes sense. Honestly, what? Honestly, I don't think the Brit has run a single round apart from the knockdown. Really? Oh no. The first half was definitely. This is a fight of two halves. Well, I'll catch up with the chat in a bit. If you've just joined us, I'm Abs of October Red, and it's Saturday Night Live, and we are doing the watch along for Gill versus Barrett as they fight for the WBA International belt at Super Feather, both going in, hopefully aiming to get a world title shot after that. We've only been live for this fight, so you haven't missed much. Put my teeth back in. Get to know each other in the chat. We promote friendly relationships amongst our listeners, subscribers, and viewers. So if you're new, welcome. It'd be nice if you could subscribe, but hey, I don't like to force anything. The fact that you're here is good enough for me. And these two now starting to go to war. Carabel really starting to put that pressure on and say, listen, I'm boss. Rihanna not having it. Throwing back her own. This is going to end up getting scrappy. They're going to get inside. It's going to end up being a bit of toe-to-toe. But I do like the way that Dixon... Oh, was that another head clash again? The way that Dixon moves out the way. She anticipates the jab that's coming out, and she's able to slip her head offline, just so it skims the side of her face rather than landing clean as she rolls some anticipated shots that come in from Carabel that never land. 1-2 coming in from Carabel, body shot, and she missed the hook that was aimed for the head of Dixon. Dixon on the back foot. One, two. 1-2 once again. Dixon in for the clinch as I think Carabel goes to the body. Uppercuts coming in from Dixon. Both the girls in the clinch, they push each other away to reset a 1-2 to finish the round from Rihanna. Expected more from Carabel, to be honest. She could be doing much better. And that is from our lovely Emma Willis, guys. I do get a bit happy when the ladies come in the chat, so please can everybody say a lovely, warm welcome to Emma Willis. Shout out to you, Ems. 4 each, she's got to pick up the knockdown. Dixon is up still. I said Dixon on points, but it's close on scorecard. Personally, I think Dixon is winning for me. Dixon is still in the show so far. Carabel not done enough, but she's starting to put a foot on the gas though, to be fair. 6-2. Jay Lanks, good evening. Big up to yourself as well. I don't even want to get involved in that because it just ends up in the bin. No matter what happens, Dixon is getting the decision anyway. You reckon? God, don't be like that. Hey, we don't do that in the UK. I don't know where you get this idea from that we just give away fights to people. Right, here we go. The final round, round 10. A little bit of combination shots coming in from Carabel, then landing with a hook on the head of Dixon, and she's thrown that 1-2-3 twice. 1-2 from Dixon. Jab from Carabel. I bet I'm pronouncing her name wrong all the way through this fight. I do apologise if I am. 1-2 coming in from Dixon as Carabel throws out a 1-2, finishing with a hook that didn't quite connect. Good engine from both girls, though, even though Dixon looks slightly more tired than Carabel. Jab coming out. 1-2. Jab, jab. And this is all coming from Carabel to the head of Dixon. Dixon throws the backhand to the body, the chest area of Carabel. Less than a minute left. You got to win the round. We need some dig deep here. I get it. You can get caught. This is dangerous. You got to win convincingly. 1-2 coming in. Jab coming in from Carabel to Dixon. Body shot. Well, shot to the chest coming in from Dixon to Carabel. Carabel. Jab. counter coming in from Dixon. 1, 2, 3 to the body from Carabel. Overhand. Left coming in from Dixon. Oh, very scrappy, very wild from Carabel. As we hear the clappers go for the last 10 seconds, some of you that are 10 seconds ahead of me might have already finished now, but we're still going. And there we go. The final bell goes. I hope the British judge remembers Maradona's hand of God. Ha! I remember that. Bad round from Dixon. Wasn't this Argentinian the one that Katie... yeah. Yes. But she still gave a good account of herself. But yes, correct. 6-3, Maradona. A lovely warm welcome to the beautiful and very knowledgeable Emma Willis. We've got to shout out the ladies. You know, we've got to shout out the ladies. I've got to say that, gentlemen, because you know what it's like. When women get together, or when they try and get together, it usually ends up in a insecure cat fight. And then when somebody says, well, how did that happen? What is the reason? None of us can answer. So I always like to shout out the ladies. Hold on a minute. Mark, good evening, Mark. Watch Jordan Gill come out or box southpaw. Some, or if not most of the fight. Mark, do you know something that we don't know? This fight goes to show how great Katie Taylor is. Katie Taylor is. We're not wasing her yet. Can't wait for Steve Clark next to see Natasha Jonas back out soon. Yeah. I wonder who they're going to put Natasha Jonas in with. Oh, yeah, she's having the rematch with Michaela Mayer, isn't she? Allegedly. That's the rumour. Don't quote me on it. 6-4 Dixon. Close fight. I think I've got Dixon edging it. Maybe a draw, but the knockdown should give it to Dixon. Oh, let's have a look. Judges say 190 Dixon. Yes, get acquainted in the chat. Excuse me while I have some protein shake for dinner. Ellie Scotney is banging out this girl. Give it 6 rounds max. She's French or Canadian? French Canadian or just French? Can't remember. Yeah, Ellie Scotney, another very good boxer as well. Technically sound. And I know you talk about trainers and you've mentioned Ben Davison. I've got to say as well, we've got to give our props to Shane McGuigan. I genuinely like him as well. Dixon landslide. Dixon all the way, 100%. Here we go. Scorecards. Scores at the doors. 98, 91. 97, 92. 96, 93. Yeah, it's gonna be Dixon. Yeah. I beg someone go onto Twitter and see what Caroline Dubois tweeted. Caroline Dubois is going to be on Twitter now. Shout out to Caroline Dubois. She's dangerous. Dangerous young fighter. Very aggressive. I like her boxing style, actually. Tough as hell. But congratulations to Rihanna and Dixon. Very, very improved. Lovely ring generalship. We saw her slow down just a little bit. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. And this is, somebody that's not had that fantastic amateur pedigree, that's come from a job in the professional outside boxing arena and has chosen to do this as a career and trains extremely hard. So you've got to give her credit. Hey, Jamal. Yes, allegedly, June the 15th on a pay-per-view card in a stadium in London for Jonas, but hoping, as a fellow Scouser, I was just about to ask you from the USA with the name Jamal, as a fellow Scouser, Anfield before Jonas retires, Taylor versus Jonas 3, anyone? Yeah, I'd like that fight. Here we go. I need to check. Let me see. Ask Caroline Dubois. Has anybody checked ecstasy for Caroline Dubois tweeted, yeah, she is different. Caroline Dubois is different, definitely different. And game as well. Um this stadium fight then, because we've had a lot of stuff. Guys, what are your thoughts then? I've got to ask you this while we're here, do a little bit of interaction before the next fight comes up with Ellie. What are you thinking about the Frank Warren and Anthony Yard scenario? And this is me genuinely asking a question, because obviously we had Joshua Boatzis a couple of times has said, getting a bit pissed off now. What's happening, guys? And then that strange call out video was on Sky Sports, which I just thought the edit was wild. I don't know if you saw it, where Boatzis saying basically, what's happening? Yard, where are you? And then as he goes through it, it shows Yard doing some crazy dancing, which was funny. That edit was wild. Then all of a sudden, Anthony Yard puts out, currently negotiating at the moment, insinuating that he's a free agent, etc., etc. And then obviously Frank Warren's like, I don't think so. Yeah, contract still in force. It's messy now. So I'm going to make the assumption, and fair enough, I'm at the press conference on Monday for the 5v5. I'm going to make the assumption, and I get it, I could be wrong, and this could all be smoke and mirrors, but I'm going to make the assumption that Anthony Yard is not on the 5v5 for the light heavyweights. And because of all of this maybe contractual mess, now it's starting to look, well, are we even going to get the Boatzis fight? It's a shame, really, because I have watched Anthony Yard fights. I've seen the way Frank Warren is with Anthony Yard, and I've seen how he's built him up. He's giving him opportunities. Yes, he's the one that's been in the fights, etc., etc. But it would be sad if that relationship does end and then he ends up going somewhere else. But we'll see. But let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're thinking. So Dan is saying it's an absolute mess. Howard Fernston, evening October, why have you stopped going to the events? Because I want to be at home and be online with you guys. I like to switch it up a bit. And I think, and I'm going to be honest, when I do the lives, it helps build up the channel more. There's no real sinister reason. I will go to some of the events. I've been to Frank Warren's show. Have I been to Eddie Hearn's show this year? I don't think I've been to Boxers, but Boxers have only had one this year so far. So I will be going to shows. But if I'm honest, I really enjoy doing these live watch-alongs. I really do. They're fun. Sorry, yeah. So when is Ben Shalom going to get G-checked for pulling his fighters out of bids on the day off? Good question. I have tried to speak with Ben Shalom, and if you're watching, hi Ben. But I'm seems to be the only one that can't get what you call an interview with him. Don't know. Rihanna and Dixon, Fabio Wardley, prove white collar can make it. Yeah, 100%. Politics. If he's saying that Yard has got himself blackballed, he's going to regret that. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I don't know. Look, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. The 5v5, I would have, this is me just saying, Craig Richards versus Anthony Yard on the 5v5, I would have been happy with that. But the fight that I've always wanted to see is Joshua Boatzis versus Anthony Yard. Would they have been financially compensated as much as it would have been if they went to Saudi? No one knows. But I would have been happy with that fight. But now it just seems like it's just, I don't know. Yard is looking for the most money possible, and maybe he wants to cut his... Oh, Emma. If that's true, that's bad for business. Because at the end of the day, what happens? You know that Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn were at loggerheads for how many years, stemming back to generation before with Barry Hearn. Money has got into that now, and them two are literally singing and clapping together as mates. And I think Eddie was asked, and I shout out to Eamon Khan, seconds out, he asked Eddie, would you sign Yard? And Eddie was like, nah, not really, because I'm doing work with Frank Warren. So the doors start to close then. I get what you're saying, Emma, but I just think that is so, I don't know. At the end of the day, they say, this is down to the fighters. It's the fighters, they run it, but they don't really, do they? Because who's going to promote you and who's going to put the shows on? So it's your platform, your promoter that really runs it. Yeah, fair enough. They can't run it without you, but where are you going to box without them? It's one of them, isn't it? Tricky, Jamal. But then allegedly, Buatsi versus Yard is meant to headline at this stadium, plus Billiam Smith versus Riatpur 2, Jonas Mayer 2. So will the card still go ahead? I'm hoping it does. Well, we've heard from, I've spoke to Billiam Smith. I've seen conversations with Richard Riatpur, and June the 15th, allegedly that's where it is. I think there's 2 locations that Billiam Smith mentioned to me, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. They're just trying to nail down a location. So they've got a choice of 2 locations. But I do believe with that, it's obviously trying to finalise some of the fights that could be on that card. Because it's tipped to be a good card. Boatsi ain't fighting Yard. Ben Shalom won't let him. I don't know. I think he would. I don't think that's a problem. If I'm honest, let's have a lion. You're very welcome here, Emma Willis. Sad about Yard. Going to end up in court, yeah, because Frank Warren ain't afraid to take you to court. Yard is getting wrong advice from Tunde. You reckon, Mark? I hope he doesn't leave Frank Raymond. I don't want to see him leave Frank, because Daniel Dubois, Anthony Yard, there's a couple of the other boys. Who's he really looking after at the moment? Moses Atuma. He's really looking after those boys. Yeah, I don't know. Business side of it, I guess. Frank Warren took offence off a live stream that Tunde and Spencer did. Yeah, and I think that was taken down, wasn't it? Hearn isn't interested in Yard. He messed up his Creasbury relationship, and there's only so many fights that he can get with Boxer after Buatsi. I'm going to say I believe that's cold facts. What the hell is wrong with my neck? Dixon is rumoured to defend a title versus Harper next, from what I saw, but it's just rumours. That's interesting. Good evening, Dodge. How are you? Crazy how serious they took that. Now, I don't like Ben Shalom. How can he ignore it? Mate. It's one of them, innit? It's one of them. I don't know. It's just the effect I have on people. 5v fights meant to be secret but already been leaked out. Yeah. Listen, I don't care if I go all the way down to London on Monday and I just get a pic. All I want is a picture with Artur Beterbiev. That's all I want. I'm happy if everyone says, nah, sorry, yeah, we're not interested, or, whatever, and I'll just get a picture. I'll be like, Artur Beterbiev, blah, 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 I need to get a picture. That's the only thing. I need to meet Artur Beterbiev. I was like that when I met Israel Madrimov. I literally climbed over people to get him, and I did get a conversation with him as well. But I just love their style of training. Get me out there already. Zach saying Ben Shalom doesn't do good business. It's simple. And that's silly from Yard. It's Tunde that's in his ear, looking to nice up his own pockets. But is he looking to nice up his own pockets or nice up Yard's pockets too? Because Tunde cares a lot about Yard, and I don't think he'd do it selfishly just for himself. He cares about that fighter, and he always has done. Who's fighting on a 5v5? I don't know yet. I mean, if you look on X, there's plenty of different suggestions. I think the one that was originally leaked was Wilder Zhang, because then BT had to put up something. Not BT, TNT Sports. But see, Bomber Clark saying, honestly, Buatsi should have stayed with Eddie Hearn. It's the only way Buatsi Yard could have been made, especially Frank and Eddie are now besties due to Saudi. Yeah, it would have been an easier fight to make. But I think Queensbury have worked with Boxer on a few occasions, because when they had Joseph Parker, I think they had him for one fight or whatever it was, when he went over to fight Joel Joyce. That was a Boxer in Queensbury, and he went over there. Told me saying Frank thinks the world of Yard, but I don't think he feels the same way about Tunde. Well, he's just saying that, there seems to be some kind of like miscommunication, or um, potentially what is there is not being communicated to the fighter. It's sticky, really sticky. Kyoshi, good evening. Hey, October. Had Carabel winning that fight despite the knockdown. Okay. Wilder is definitely on the 5v5. Very well, thank you. A little confused over the whole Yard thing. It seems a bit strange. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? The rumor was Alan. He was supposed to be fighting Zhang, but that was rumor. I don't know. It will all be confirmed on Monday when they blindfold us when we get to the venue. Nah, I don't think so. If he does, he's on his own with that, because what's the point? Can't take anything personally. You really can't. If you take things personally in this industry, you will not last 5 minutes. And give Ben his due. He gave Jonas loads of PR during her fight week, but now nothing posted of her. No interviews on what's next, etc., etc. He's just interested in the up and coming. To be fair, I could reach out to Tasha because I like her a lot. I've always liked her, though. I've always been a fan of hers. So Jamal, I might reach out to Tash and see if she's up for doing one of the lives that I do on YouTube. And the same issue with Liam Smith, no mention of him. I don't know if he's signed with them, though. And another thing, is Chris Eubank Jr. a free agent, or is he still signed to Wasserman? And that's a very confusing situation at the moment. I don't know. 1 minute I'm hearing he's free, then the next minute I'm hearing he's still in contract with them. Very strange. But if anybody from Wasserman is listening, all of us guys would really like to watch your undercard. So can we please have it on the Wasserman channel, or can you put it on DAZN or somewhere where we can watch the undercard? Because seeing the fights and who's won and whatever, we couldn't watch the fights. And I love watching boxing. I would have done a watch along for that, but I couldn't watch the fight until the main event. That needs to be sorted because the fighters aren't getting the exposure. He cares for yards, but equally cares about his percentage. From when Warren is saying he's being badly advised, it's not looking good. Buatsi and Okoli, terrible advice, and that's coming in from Raymond. Noel Tunde cares a lot about Yard, took Yard from barely an amateur boxer and basically got him his opportunities. It's unfair to say that Tunde is running his own pockets. Yeah, I wouldn't say that he's Tunde's not greedy. I've met him in person, and I know that he cares a lot about Yard. But this situation really does need to get sorted, because equally Frank Warren has really put a lot into Yard as a fighter. He has. Mate, if I ever got in that ring as a ring girl with my old ass, I'll be getting, do you know, well, luckily they don't have glass bottles and beer glasses, because you'd probably pay Matchroom to get me out the ring. Gilf. No. Well, no, he definitely doesn't do it for free. It's a business, but I wouldn't say he's there to line his own pockets. I ain't saying that at all. Chris Gallardo. Hey, baby cakes. How are you? Well, I'm fine. Thank you very much, Chris. Frank Warren looks like an old mafioso. They should make a movie about his life. Whatever happened to the guy that shot him? You know, I've met Frank Warren a couple of times, and what I will say is very personable. He behaves like he's happy to see you there. He's very, very personable. He'll shake your hand. He's very warm, very, very welcoming. And I like him because he's quite witty. I like a sense of humour. I'm old school. If you can make me laugh, your quid's in. Zhang has a rematch clause with Parker. So what's going on? Oh, these rematch clauses, who knows? What the rematch? Well, the fact that Usyk and Fury are having a rematch was kind of like solidified the other day, wasn't it? He was like, we're not having any more talk of that. I'm fighting him twice. You're going to have to wait your turn. But I wish everyone would get along so we can get the fights we want. Yeah, absolutely. Wish is actually the key word. Ben is a British Don King, but worse. Yeah, the thing is, I was honestly, because I was like, oh, where can I watch these fights? So he's still signed to Wasserman, definitely. Okay. I don't know, you know. I might have agreed with you about a year ago, but I don't know about now. You know, Ellie Scotney's pacing up and down as she gets ready to do her ring walk. And I like the fact, and I don't know how they've done it, because obviously I don't know how it works, but they've got the Ring magazine on the line for this one as well, which was a nice little sweetener to this World Championship bout. No, sorry, unification, isn't it? Because you've got the IBF, WBO, and now the Ring magazine belt's been added to it as well. So yeah, I like what they've done there. So we're saying Dixon is a talent, and she is, because she's doing really well compared to how she started and where she is at the moment. But Scotney is special. Yeah, and she's another one like Chantel Cameron. She can pull it and make it her fight. Right, I saw an interview with one of the Wassermans, and he didn't even know how many fights were on the undercard. You are joking. Okay, flip your neck. Right, Tunde and Frank were at the Arsenal. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough then. Hopefully they had a chat and sorted things out. Ring Magazine chooses when to put the bet off. Fair enough. Nice one, Charlie. Cheers for that and good evening to you. See, you learn something every day. I would not have learnt this if I was sat ringside. So shout out to Charlie that's coming with the evening facts about how the ring belt makes its way into the equation. So that is a debate in itself, Fifi. That is an actual debate within itself. And no, I don't want him to leave Frank, and I hope that is definitely the case. Here we go. A-star referee. A-star referee. I wonder how they get their rankings. A-star referee. If you've just joined us, I'm going to do the speech. I've got to do the spiel because I don't know who's jumping in and out, who's here, who's not. So if you've just joined us on Abs of October Red, check out the channel. We've got some other lives on there, some conversations with the boxers, the management teams, promotional companies, etc., etc. But tonight it's all about the live watch along for Gill Barrett for the WBA International Super Featherweight title, if it is a title. Fringe world level. Remember, we've got Cordina Kakachi. When's that fight? That's on, is that the May the 18th? Tyson Fury undercard. I'm getting confused with all these dates. So I'm sure these guys will be looking at that fight. I met Kakachi the other day. Absolute. What a guy with a sense of humour. Brilliant guy. And that's a good fight with him and Cordina, by the way. Right, I think Yard is doing the whole promotional free age. I hope it is a PR stunt. I'd love that. The Lion says, come on, Scotney. In fairness, Frank pumped shit. Excuse me. So I'm not going to swear. Frank pumped a lot of money into Yard. So I'd be pissed as well. Anyway, let's watch this session. They rank lower card shows and then work their way up to world title fights. Right, here we go. Both ladies. This protein shake's taking forever to. Maybe I made it thicker than usual. Shout out to Shane McGuigan. Good trainer. Jamal, I think the Steve Clark's a floater, you know. So I don't even know. It's a floater fight, isn't it? I'm sure that's down as a floater on the information that I had sent through to me. It should have been on, I think, after the Flynn fight. Here we go. Round number one. Scotney straight into the center of the ring, pushing. I ain't even going to pronounce her name. Red shorts back with a body jab. Scotney 1-2. Composed. Lefebvre, we got it now. Lefebvre, there we go. Throws out the jab of her own as Scotney answers with a 1-2. A little counter comes in from Lefebvre, answering the 1-2 that comes out from Scotney. Jab head, jab body. 1-2-3 combination. 4-5, finishing with a hook to the head from Lefebvre. Nice long rangy fighter as she gets Scotney with an uppercut coming in. Scotney composed, strong on her legs as she throws a hook as she turns slightly to the right. And this is Scotney putting that work in against Lefebvre. Lefebvre tries to throw out a 1-2 and misses as Scotney evades with good head movement, answering with 2 body shots of her own, keeping that jab hand right up under the chin, making sure that she can't get caught with any silly shots from Lefebvre. Jab moving from Lefebvre as Scotney sort of like hunts her down, keeps her legs bent as she walks forward to throw in the shots. Jab. This is coming out from Scotney. Oh, off balance there. Scotney caught her with a shot. I don't know if it's as she was walking away to move to the right. But Lefebvre confident enough to throw shots out. 10 seconds left in round number one already. These 2 minutes are mental. I'm not saying they should fight for 3 minutes, but damn, they'll go quick. Bloody hell's round one over already? Let's have a look. We've got the Scotney supporters in here. Scotney on points. The worst thing y'all can do is be a free agent when Saudi are throwing money around. I think, yeah, I agree with that. You know what? He does smile a bit. He smiled at me a lot when he says, I know that your favourite fighter is Riatpour. He sort of like smirked and snarled at the same time with a cheeky little grin as I was speaking about him and Chris Billum-Smith. This was before anything was announced. That's a good question. Don't know. I wouldn't know. That's way above my pay grade. Oh my God. Good evening, Jack. How are you? Here we go. Lefebvre throwing out a 1-2. 1-2-3. That 3-quarter Scotney clean in the face. Nice work from Lefebvre. She's able to throw out some nice combinations and like counters. So when Ellie's throwing out the shots, she's using that. Lefebvre uses that jab hand once again as like a measuring stick. 1-2-3 coming in from Lefebvre as Ellie Scotney puts a guard up to try and taps a nice little jab straight through the middle there, straight through the guard. Nice hook coming in from Ellie. Body shots as well. Reddening to the nose of Lefebvre. I hope I'm pronouncing this properly, you know. 1-2 coming back from Lefebvre. Hook as she pivots out to the left from Lefebvre. Ellie throws in a combination, finishing with a body shot hook. But Lefebvre answers. Ellie catches her with a nice counter, just wobbling the head of her opponent. The ref jumps in to separate. This Lefebvre is all right though. She's like gangly and strong. Maybe not that strong in the legs because Ellie's quite stiff on the legs, but she can box. Well, it is a world title fight, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's not bad work. Scotney going in for the body shots to the left, to the right, throwing out a jab. Oh, beautiful counters from both there, both catching each other with a hook. Uppercut coming in from Lefevre. She's doing all right, this lady. How's it 10 seconds left again? 1, 2, 3. Reddening on the face of Scotney. She's quite good at throwing the combinations. Guys, what you thinking? How you doing, Jack? How you doing? Are you looking after yourself? You okay? Yeah, Shane is a really good trainer. I do like him. So you're saying that Scotney in 6 rounds? I've got Scotney by robbery. Lefevre is decent. And you know what, Jack? I'll stand corrected. I didn't know how good she was. She is. She's decent. Lefevre. Right, you can do the pronunciation if you want. I'm just going to say red shorts from now on. 1-0 Scotney, 1-0 Scotney from Emma and Dan. Gill stops Barrett in the late rounds. Oh, I actually like you describing the action. Great job. You'll get a call from... I won't, Charlie. I don't think I will, but I appreciate the compliment very much. I can get a bit animated. I think my commentary style would suit UFC, which those of you that follow me on X will know that I'm starting to do a little bit of research on the UFC now. And I think my commentary would be better on that. I'd love it because you can be animated, you can scream, you can shout. I think I'm not. Boxing needs to be more tame, I reckon. Right, here we go. Scotney, they're throwing it. You know what? This... Right. Lovely combinations. Lovely punch selection coming in from Ellie here. Countering. She caught her opponent on the cheek there and ended up another combination. 1, 2, 3. Landed a lovely body shot. Definitely more active, more aggressive work coming in from Scotney in round number 3. I like it. Bit of a wrangle-tangle there. You know what? I'm surprised Caroline Dubois isn't here, considering she's out of the same gym. And obviously, Rihanna and Dixon just boxed. Because Caroline does tend to go to the boxing, but she's not here tonight. Interesting. They've just mentioned that Chris Billiam Smith, obviously we know Craig Richards was there. I don't know if they mentioned, obviously, Lee Cutler. They haven't mentioned, obviously, Adam Azim. But yeah, interesting. Some nice body work coming in from Ellie. A nice hook to the head as both ladies are in the clinch. We've got Lefevre on the back foot here as Ellie's coming in with a barrage of shots. But she manages to get herself off the ropes as Scotney tucks up and looks to go in for those body shots. Dipping in, hooks to the head, hooks to the body, jab out from Scotney, looping hook to the head. I think I saw a little smile there from Ellie as the round finishes and she walks back into a corner. I saw a picture of her the other day on Twitter. Oh, can't remember her name, but yeah, I do. Maze Gangloff, something like that. I think that's who you mean. 2-minute round should end this year. You know what it is? You just get so much into the fight, and obviously you're used to watching 3 minutes. So 2 minutes just goes extremely quickly. But obviously it's up to the girls. They can decide what they want to, how they want to run it. You should come to the desert for the Matchroom event headline for Gallo Estrada versus Bam Rodriguez. I met John Ryder and Eddie Hearn outside the Footprint Center after the Munguia fight. Yeah, it would be nice. Just probably a bit expensive. No, she's not messing around. Good fight. But I think Ellie was dominant in that last round, really dominant. She knows She knows she's clocked it. Bloody hell, she comes back with the pressure as Ellie pushes her back, tucks up, throws out the jab. This has got the potential to get wild as once again the two gloves touch the floor of Scotney's opponent. 1, 2, 3. Really she's throwing off so much shots in the face of Ellie, but Ellie tucks up and throwing back her own as well. ending with that body shot as well. That 1-2-3 combination, ending up with a body shot as her opponent throws her overhand right and pushes her on the ropes. I think Ellie's just manhandling here, bullying her a bit. 2 shots to the head as Ellie literally coming forward, throwing that body shot into her opponent, pushing her onto the ropes. Yeah, you've got it. She's got to do it. She's got to force it, show that she's the more dominant fighter. Bully her, do what's necessary. She's not doing anything that she shouldn't be doing. She's got to try and stop those multiple shots coming in. Because those shots, they may not hurt, but they're scoring points. As I say that, the opponent lands her overhand right once again, throws out the double jab, throws in the hooks to the head. Ellie once again pushes her down. He might get warned about that. Both girls seem to be going at it now. You're getting a barrage of shots, uppercuts coming in from Ellie, headshots, hooks, uppercuts. As the opponent's once again on the ropes. That's it. Ellie's now starting to bully her. Good fight. Tangling her up, getting her in the clinch, ragging her about, showing her who's boss. This girl's tough, though. Good evening, Lyndon. Scotney close on points. Not a fan of 2-minute rounds. Not as many KOs and harder to score. Yeah, it is harder to score. I definitely agree with that. French Ting's a bit stiff, but she ain't horrible. Nah, she's all right. She might be a bit stiff, but she's throwing them shots out. Time to put the kettle on. What's that mean, boxing fan? Go on then, get the kettle on. Honestly, I think 2-minute rounds are perfect for women. Really good round. Yeah, UFC is going to be sick. Yeah, I'll be watching that. Obviously, I couldn't do a watch along because I wouldn't even know who anybody is. But I'm definitely studying the sport. I will be watching it, but I'm also watching the top rank cards on tonight, isn't it? Because you've got Jared Anderson on there, and also this is Team USA heavyweight called Ali Feliz. Looks like he can move about a bit. Obviously, he's got his debut tonight. They're putting him in with somebody that looks slightly overweight and unfit. Fair enough, it's his first fight, but I'm gonna have a look and try and keep an eye on him as well. That's top rank, so you can watch that on Sky. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Scotney's throwing a lot, but barely landing, and she's very efficient. She is, but Scotney can use her. She's got a stronger body frame, and she's using what she's got. She can bully her once she gets her in. Look, but this girl's coming 1, 2, 3, 4 combinations in the face of Ellie. Ellie's answering with the overhand. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Ellie's feet. One, two. Hook to the body coming in from Ellie. Hook to the other side of the body, pushing her back, throwing the hook to the head, pushing her opponent back onto the ropes to tee her up, to line it up, to throw those shots in. The ref separates the two. As her opponent throws out a looping. She looks a bit tired now. I think this is draining. Is starting to affect her. We're in round number 5 of 10, and we've just got under 30 seconds left of this round. Let's have a look at the shots that are coming out. Right, uppercut coming in from the opponent. Ellie tucks up and answers back with her own, pushes her back, throws the backhand. Lovely combination of shots there coming in from Scotney. 1, 2, 3, 4 coming back from her opponent as she pushes her head down. She's going to have to get warned about that. Keeps on pushing her head down. Those are the shots where you can get bloody knocked out. 2-2 Scotney stronger. 4-0 French. 2-2. 3-1. This is a performance. 3-1 to Scotney. 3-2 to Scotney. What a scrap. Come on. Yeah, it is a really good scrap as well. Let's have a look at her face. Oh, I can't even hear what Shane's saying. These body shots from Scotney are becoming quite effective. Yeah, they are, because you can see when she's starting to throw out the jab, after she's getting those body shots, it pours. You can see that it's not got that sting behind it. However, quite close up, she is dangerous because she's throwing off a lot of combinations. Scotney fighting the girl that went 12 rounds. Katie Taylor's just fought absolutely everyone, hasn't she? So we're saying 4-1 Scotney. That seems to be the scores at the door. You think Scotland gets stopped late? Alan's going in this evening. Let's have a look. I like these long looping uppercuts that come in from the opponent. Um, she, she, I mean, the technique is not the best. However, she's throwing. She's got output. You see that there when she's using a jab to push Ellie back. Ref once again jumping in to separate the two as Ellie guards up, comes and throws in combinations to the head and to the body. The head of her opponent goes down and the ref has to separate them again inside, and we're getting those hooks coming in. It's getting a bit messy, which would say that either one of them or both of them are starting to get tired. I'm going to say it looks like possibly Red Shorts is getting tired. Yeah, I think Ellie's starting to get the better of her now. Inside work, some uppercuts coming back in. Look at the head of her opponent now. You can see it's sort of, when you're a little bit drunk and you're tipsy and you've got that little head wobble when you're just not, your head's not straight on a stick. I think Scott is getting to her. She's throwing now. She's throwing out shots and they're sort of meaningless. She's throwing them for the sake of throwing. And these are the ones where Ellie could literally jump inside and catch her off guard on the chin and knock her down to the floor. She's wearing her down. Yeah, she's wearing her down. Let's have a look. Let's see. Jack, I've stopped scoring it because I always get it wrong. Champion v champion should be a good scrap. Well, it definitely is. Yeah, Jack. I'll just get it wrong anyway. Scotney keeps headbutting. She's bullying her, innit? 5-1. Scotney is always impressive. Oh, here we go. Steve Clark's coming up next, so it's a floater fight. Or is he going to come on before? He might come on before the main event. I'd love to see Scotney get the stoppage, but I'm not going to pronounce the name. It's very tough. I was listening to when they were doing the press conference. I was trying to recite a name to remember it. It got to fight night. Can't remember the name. Can't pronounce it properly. Couldn't believe I did well in French at school. Right, here we go. Scotney straight to the ring, dipping her head down low, throwing those body shots. Her opponent is answering with a 1-2-3 herself. Ellie becoming more aggressive, throwing those hooks, making sure they're landing clean on the jaw of her opponent, pushing her back 1-2-3. As the opponent answers, Ellie once again pushes her down. Timeout. Is she going to warn the French one for saying you stop dropping? Was she having? Yeah, he's telling her. Yeah, he's saying stop dragging her down. 1-2-3 coming in from Ellie, the more stockier, the more compact of the fighters. The Favre answering with her own shots, but Ellie stands and holds her ground and is able to fire back once again, putting the elbow on the neck of her opponent. Right, we're round number 7 of 10, and we've just got over a minute left of round number 7. Ellie comes in throwing that hooks. And you look at the rotation in Ellie when she throws the hooks. She throws the hooks like she wants to literally take your head off, punching through the target. Not somebody who just wants to hit you. I want to take your head off. A bit of foot hopping there from Ellie. Excuse me. Forgot I put blueberries in this smoothie. I was going to repeat on me. Right, here we go. Ellie jumps in and throws that jab. Her opponent's on the back foot, tucks up and tries to throw out the counter as she moves around to the left. Ellie both hands down, throwing the shots to the body. Stiff jab, nice stiff, quick jab, a 1-2 as Ellie also moves off to the left. Her opponent tries to answer with her own 1-2. The clappers go once again as she rotates and throws a 1-2 into Ellie. Full rotation, nearly spun herself off her feet then as the bell goes. The end of round number 7. Yeah, 10 rounds. Bonjour, monsieur. Good evening. Why does Shane get so much seat? I don't know. You reckon Scotney and Le Louvre will share a bet? Who knows? It won't be a 5 guys with it. Definitely 10 rounds. If it goes 10 rounds, which I think it will. Scotney styling on the champ. Yeah, she's doing some nice footwork there. You know who does things like that? Anthony Yard does it. And Ezra the Cannon Taylor does it as well. They like hop from one foot to the other and plant the feet and then will like flick out a jab. Seen it done before. Dan Maman is saying 5-2 to Scotney. Let me know what you guys are scoring it as in the chat. I'm not scoring it. The jab coming in from the opponent into the face of, oh, she's going to get told off for that. As the ref separated them, she threw a cheeky little hook on the chin of Scotney. And Scotney's just tapped her stomach, meaning we're going to keep on attacking the body. 1-2 coming in from Scotney as her opponent answers with a 1-2-3. Scotney continues to push her back to the ropes. Throwing in the body shot, they're both tapping each other. Encouragement for the ref to jump in and separate the two. I'd like to see them try and fight out the clinch rather than the ref having to keep on separating them, if I'm honest. You can fight your way out the clinch or push your opponent off. Ellie jumping into the shots. 1-2-3. Lefebvre back on the ropes there. Couple of the shots knocking the face of her opponent back as she edges forward to push Scotney away from her. Once again, the ref gets involved. 1-2-3 coming from the opponent of Scotney as she lands the 2 on the chin of Scotney, unfazed as she walks forward, guard up on her own attack. Girls once again in the clinch as the ref separates. Let them fight out of the clinch. 1-2-3 coming in from the opponent of Scotney. Scotney tucks up, walks forward and throws in her own hook on the head of her opponent. Back once again onto the ropes. Back footing, but trying to stand tall, catching Ellie with an uppercut. Ellie comes in with her own shots. Protect it. Oh, that was a bit of a naughty one there. It looks like her opponent's trying to do the old elbow. This fight's getting a bit dirty. Round number 8, and we've got 20 seconds left. This fight is flying. Both girls putting in some good work. These are the type of fights that are exciting fights, and these are the type of the fights that put the women in boxing on the map because it's not boring. They're proper going at it. They're both coming there to win. So much on the line, unification and getting that. And it is a prestigious belt, even though the weight that it carries, it's like a name. It's like the, I don't know, Gianni Versace of like a belt. It's like that brand to have, the ring belt, isn't it? You traitor. I've got Scotney decision on parlay with some UFC. The back muscles on Scotney scare me. Strong girl. Oh yeah, I do make my own Guinness punch, but I ain't made any because I've not had soup today. If I cook Saturday soup, then I'll have Guinness punch. But no Guinness punch today. I'm just having this so I don't snack on like rubbish. And then obviously I've got my water to wash it down as well. It's just a protein shake with banana and strawberries in it. That's what. Oh, banana and blueberries. Oh no, actually, it is strawberries today. I didn't use blueberries, did I? There we go. Here we go. A good start from both of the girls. We're going into round number 9. We've got 2 rounds left. Who's going to win this fight? I'd say Scotney so far has been the more dominant. However, Le Louvre has been very competitive and willing to put in her own work as well. She's not just going to stand there and take the shot. She's come here to win, and she's confident. She was looking tired earlier on in the rounds, but she seemed to have woken up in round number 9. That lovely, that long uppercut that she throws. Le Louvre, Le Louvre. Here we go. Ellie caught her with another shot clean on the chin, but she stands up. She stands tall. Ellie Scotney coming in with the combinations. Literally, what was that? 4 shots on the chin. Once again, as Le Louvre ends up on all 4s. For the wrong reasons. As she throws back her own shots, Ellie tucks up, comes back in. Oh, those beautiful headshots coming in from Ellie. The 1-2. The face just getting knocked to the side every time she lands a shot. Ellie pulls up her shorts, literally runs in for the attack, goes in for the body, but Le Louvre is answering back. She's not having it. We've got 37 seconds left in round number 9, guys, and then we're on to the decider. Long uppercut once again thrown from Le Louvre. Ellie Scotney pushing the back of her head down, but tucks up, pushes her back, flicks out the backhand. Combinations coming in from Ellie as Le Louvre once again is on the ropes. So here we go. 1-2 coming in. Le Louvre there sat on the back of the ropes as round number 9, the bell for round number 9. And Le Louvre walks back in the corner like, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's have a look. So we've got 5-3, Scotney. Eddie needs to get you on comms. You know what's really funny, Dennis? I said to Eddie once, but he didn't record. My camera had a glitch. I says, I'd really like to do a bit of commentary because I've done commentary when Dean White's had his shows in Tolworth, when he had his first 2 shows. Was it November 2021? I did some commentary for him, and then I said to Eddie, I'd really like to do some commentary on his shows. Is that possible? He just looked at me and went, nah. So yeah, no, it's not going to happen. But thanks, Dennis. Thank you. No, I don't have an intern. I do it all myself. Yeah, both ladies have a lovely embrace before we get into round number 10. I'll get back to the chat in a bit. Literally now, we've got to go for gold, girls. And this is what is happening. Ellie's coming forward. Le Louvre's not having it either. Both of the girls back in the clinch once again. Ellie pulls up her shorts, tucks in. When she goes in, she's going to jump into a shot. You can see that she tucks her shorts and she literally jumps into the shot. Le Louvre trying to answer with her own shots, giving a bit of a wide swing there, a wide hook that misses the face by far of Ellie. Ellie taps her gloves together like to say, come on then. Throwing in those combinations to the body. Le Louvre tapping the side, or is it the back of Ellie Scotney's head as they both go at it for this final round. The belt's on the line, the unification, what is next? All of this going through their head. They want to win the fight as Ellie pushes her head down of Le Louvre once again. Ladies in the clinch and once again get separated. But to be fair, Le Louvre keeps on putting her head into Ellie, which is forcing her to obviously have those shots at the back of her head. They're going to be sore in the morning. Some good head hooks coming in from both girls. Le Louvre throwing in the uppercut. We've seen body shots. This is a toe-to-toe war for the last round of this unification bout between these two champions. 27 seconds. Ellie once again pulls up those shirts, tucks down and goes in for the body and the head. Does that hoppy thing that she does with her leg as Le Louvre is on the back foot, but throwing in an uppercut to answer what Ellie has as she walks forward, pummeling the shots into the body of her opponent. We've got the 10-second clappers going. Ellie's going for gold as she stops and the bell goes. There we have it, guys. There we have it. Let me know what the scores are. Yeah, sorry. No, I do it all myself. UFC's week. They get touched up a bit, and then they take it to the ground for 4 minutes. I'd probably be better at UFC than I would be at boxing. Hmm. Scotney's from South London. You can tell by the way she fights. 6'3", Scotney. Le Louvre wants to hold and hug, and also launch her head into the chest as well, which forces her to, yeah. A great fight from the Lion. Well done to both girls. Yeah, Eddie said no chance. He says, yeah, forget that. They don't want honest commentary. They want, see, I like Tony Bellew. Leave Tony. Tony's lovely. I've got a lot of time for Tony. Scott ex Scarrier. I thought Scotney's tank was going to go in after the 7th, but she does have a good tank on her. To be fair, but they both did. They're gonna have sore heads in the morning. It's a performance she can be proud of. So fair enough. 7-3 to Scotney. The UK DAZN commentary is underwhelming. The US DAZN commentary is very good. Interesting. I'll name this account. Where have you been? Where have you been, AP? I've been here for 1 hour and 31 minutes, and you're just showing up now. Mate, I'm distraught. What a fight. Well done to Scotney. Lyndon Scott, 8-2 Scotney. It's a matchroom show. Judges say 99-91 Scotney unanimous. Interesting. They just said on comms, I think Ellie was asking Eddie, Scotney was asking Eddie for a Rolex, and then the commentary turned to Sky because Sky Nicholson's on comms. Said, have you got yours yet? And she went, no. I doubt if Eddie's going to be throwing out them Rolexes after. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Come on, official scorecards. Come on, my lovelies. You know what? I know the feeling. My heart goes out to you. I think I'll let you off for that one then, because that's the worst thing ever. I couldn't think of a. Yeah, anyway. Eddie's in debt to his fighters with Rolexes, yeah, for real. And that's, well, there you go. You said it. Let's have a look. Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. Good performance. Really good win. Scotney by the winner. Scotney won on one of the judges' cards only by 2 rounds. So I'm just listening to the commentary. Unified. And ring. Where's a ring? Oh, look at the ring. I do like that ring belt, you know. Just looks very shiny, doesn't it? Yeah, 96, 94, close. Yep, he did. The Sky Dweller. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You like someone, you buy them a Rolex, and then they dip. No. I'm getting that money back. If you're not giving me the watch back, I'm getting that money back. Right, here we go, Mark. Thank you for reminding me. Mark, do you know something? You're saying that Jordan Gill's going to start or is going to continuously box Southpaw. All 3 judges had Scotney by 1 round. I didn't even listen to the full scores. Great performance from Scotney. Her road to undisputed for real. Oh, bless her. 18-0 world champion. Not to... Oh, look, the emotion. There's a lot we didn't show. She still Eddie owes me some more money. I think one thing Eddie Hearn and His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh have got in common. Don't demand dough. It's off putting. It's just like, imagine you're going on a date with a female and she's only interested. Oh, what do you bring to the table? Oh, when are you going to buy me this? When are you going to do that? Do you find that attractive, do you? Look, Shane smiling. Fair play, judge. Fair play, judged. I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. Looks like Ellie didn't know the ring belt was on the line. Yeah, I thought she did. That's a fantastic belt. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Tell me about it. I tried to convince them to get the boots. Genius idea, baby. Say less. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Of course. Yes. Look. Yes. Happily. Someone with relentless pressure. Cruz. Erica Cruz. Oh, interesting, Mark. Interesting. He's gutted. Yeah, congratulations to Ellie. That was a really, it was a good performance against a world class operator. I'd like to see Lefevre fight again. I like her style. She's relentless. She'll cause a lot of problems for somebody that's not used to that amount of shots being thrown at them. She's a problem. So I want to see her come out again. I think this is he Steve Clark? I think he's fighting next, by the looks of it. So he's the floater that they're bringing in now. Because what time are we? Okay, so obviously the main event is gonna. What are we saying? Half 10, as per usual. We'll have to see. Yeah, in-laws on a Saturday night. God, I couldn't think of anything worse. Come on, these breaks are not necessary. Just get on with it. I know it's sponsorships and stuff, but it's like, oh, come on. Guys, just to let you know, well, she is, but I think this floater should have been on earlier, and then obviously it hasn't happened, so they're putting it on now. Chris Gallardo is about to go. He's probably not. He's probably gonna. Well, yeah, he might do actually celebrating. Oh, AP. You never guess what. Listen, guys, just a quick distraction. AP and I, AP, Chris Welsh and I. Chris has got a girlfriend, AP. That's what you missed earlier. He's actually talking to someone. It's gonna happen. AP, he's got into a relationship. He is talking to. Listen, all the months that we've been spending on these lives, and he's finally now in the talking stage with someone. So I've said, I need to know if it gets serious enough for me to have to buy a wedding hat. Who would I say is the best female boxer in the world? The best, it's got to be Clarissa Shields. She's achieved so much. To say that it's not her is disrespectful. Look at what she's achieved throughout a lifetime of boxing. I do like the little to in and fro in to a point that she's having with Alicia, but the weight categories are just so far apart. I just can't. Alicia's tiny. Clarissa's kind of like at the weight that she's at, so I just don't see them fighting because of the weight differences. And I do really like Alicia Baumgardner, actually, really lovely girl. If you ever get the chance, can you try and interview the cut man Jumbo Johnson? He's at every fight. Jumbo, yeah, I see him all the time. To be fair, I know who you're talking about, but I didn't know his name was Jumbo. Yeah, he's all right. I am overhyped because this deserves a live in itself, Chris. You ain't getting away with that easy. Yeah, it's got a bar Clarissa. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Who do I think that then you've got to say Katie Taylor. I mean, look at what Katie Taylor's done throughout her career. There is a lot of talent because there's not that many female fighters. There's so much talent. But Katie Taylor, look at every fight, every fighter, every female fighter is like, oh yeah, that wasn't well. The majority at certain weights, obviously. Oh yeah, Katie Taylor fought her. Katie Taylor fought her. Katie Taylor fought her. So most of it, arguably, even though with Clarissa Shields, you can look at the accolades and say yes, but Katie Taylor's got the accolades as well. Don't get me wrong. But the amount of fighters that you hear that Katie Taylor's fought, where all of these young prospects are going through. I mean, these two ladies that were on the card, both of them have fought Katie Taylor, haven't they? The fat fraud is on my... The fat fraud? That's not nice. I've lost weight. What are you saying, Philip? Alicia will never be the best felt drum. Techie. Good evening to base. Clarissa has many achievements, but against who? The pool is very shallow up there. And yeah, I agree. Shane McGuigan is an underrated trainer. I rate him a lot. I don't know. Guys in the chat, who is the best female fighter in your opinion? Let us know in the chat. Tasha Jonas as well. Look at her achievements. And Tasha's tough as hell. Tough as hell, Tasha Jonas is. No? Well, who knows? I don't know. But as soon as he said he was talking to someone, I went, you what? Because we're always getting him on these lives every week. Yeah. He's talking to someone, AP. I feel Clarissa and Katie are so good. They're like the Messi and Ronaldo. It's what they've done. They're the trailblazers of and when you talk about trailblazers, I get it. We've got Jane Couch as well that literally had to fight and kick down doors for females fighters to be allowed to box in the UK because it wasn't allowed. So you've got certain fighters that an old base has mentioned, like who she stood up against, but you've got to look at what they've done for women in boxing, which is a lot. Oh, what's wrong with him? He ain't fat. UK. So how did you meet Chris? Tasha Jonas by far, and she doesn't get the promotional flowers she deserves. Once again, Miss GB, she's done so much. And when I spoke to her, when was she on the? When did I have Tasha on the channel? What hurt my feelings is when obviously she had that loss of Obanov, the one that's in jail for murder that killed her husband or whatever it was. That girl's violent. Anyway, it was like she just got dropped, and it was like, oh, my heart went out for her. And then fair enough, Boxer like really picked her up and rebuilt a career again for her, which is good. I would love to have seen the rematch with her and Terry Harper because I think I do believe that Tasha won that fight. Controversial draw, but Kay Taylor, and AS. Layla Ali, Amanda Serrano is also up there. Shields, Taylor, Jonas. What about Serrano? Sandy Ryan will be up there soon. Yeah. Sandy Ryan is one of them that we will talk about in the future. Good girl she is. Nothing to do with her being my favourite, but yeah. Don't say that about Tasha. He ain't body beautiful. Would you be bothered if he's not like body beautiful anyway? Oh, but anyway, I forgot my manners. The chat numbers are slightly getting higher. So I've got to say, welcome. We're not on the main event yet. We're having the floater. We're having the floater fight at the moment. But if you've just joined, welcome to all of you wonderful people. Get involved in the chat. We debate all sorts in here. The best chat, the best subscribers, the best viewers, the best commenters. I'll say that all the time. You guys really do cheer me up. But yeah, welcome to you if you're listening in. It's the Gill v Barrett live watch along Saturday night from our homes, where we can sit around, talk boxing, listen to a bit of commentating, and catch up what's happening with boxing. So if you just joined us, welcome. If you're in and out, it's nice to see that you keep on coming back. And yeah, we're nearly at the end of the night. But just to keep you in the loop as well. In fact, now I'll do that when it all finishes, to be fair. Here we go. Well done, Chris, lad. I knew it. We are proud of it. I think he's gone shy now. He's not saying anything. I never seen a knockout as bad as when Ramla Ali got. Oh yeah, but she come back strong though. Fair. That was a horrible knockout. That was, wasn't it? As Shanta, Mr. Oh, Super K. That is never Super K. Is that Super K? Super K. If it is, where have you been? And it's nice to see you. And if it isn't, this is what I'm like with my subscribers. I'm not. Well, I am a bit crazy, I guess. Chantal Cameron is the only fighter to beat Taylor. She must be in the conversation. And yeah. I'm going to second what Bon McClark said. Macca, don't you feel like Shane doesn't get the credit he deserves because his dad keeps talking about nonsense about Frampton? You know what? I never really listened to Look, I've never really got involved. You know when two people are like arguing and it's got nothing to do with me because that's like a personal issue between them. I don't tend to get involved in that. Yeah, they've got their differences. They've got their disagreements. But I've met Shane on plenty of occasions. He's very welcoming. He doesn't have to come on my channel if he doesn't want to. He always says yes, unless he's extremely busy. And I like what he does with his fighters. So I'll always give him his credit and his accolades. He's a really nice guy as well. Sorry, October. I just want use it to smoke this fraud. We'll see what happens. I mean, look, I would like Fury to win. I would. Usyk is, lovely, as I'm sure he is. But I would like Fury to win. Willie, that I don't know. But it'd be nice for the Brit to win. Chris, you're going back into the archives now. Ana Maria Torres and Jackie Nova are the GOATs of women's boxing. You all need to look for those fights. I'm going to have to, Chris. Chris, it looks like you're sending me to school with that. The only person that I can probably say that would know all of that is Base, that's in the chat, because he follows the women's boxing a lot and has got high expertise on it as well. She's from Manchester. I met her on a live stream 2 years ago on another channel. Been talking ever since. You know what? I just felt the blood rush to my cheeks then, Chris. That actually made me... I know you can't see me blushing, but I felt the blood rush. I'm such a romantic. You know what? I wish you all the best. I really do. Yeah, mate, personal stuff going on. Oh, but I'm sorry to hear that, but it's really good to see you. I'll never forget when Super K commented on one of my videos. He's like, you got to sort that mic out. The hissing, this, blah, blah, blah. And I mentioned, obviously, one of my channels on the receiver thing was faulty. But yeah, and then it was good to see you pop up. But hopefully everything will be okay. So yeah, just look after yourself. I will go with Taylor. Ingolf, how you been? I've missed no Ingolf. Where have you been? I've missed the whinging. I will do in a bit, Jamal. You might have to listen to the normal commentary because what I do tend to do is engage a lot with the people in the chat. I want Fury versus AJ undisputed at Wembley. Happy days, definitely do. Fury's nah, it's not fake. I ain't having that. Nah, not having that. Not fake. You can't go against the Brits in a 50-50 fight. Fury did look in great shape. Oh, see, Karma Serene, how are you doing, my beautiful queen as well? Emma Willis, Karma Serene. Where's Stephanie Ray? Stephanie Ray's usually in here too. I don't know what's happened to our Steph tonight. So shout out to the ladies in the chat. No, I've got my bananas. I'm on the banana tonight. Just for a bit of energy. Apples is for that slow release energy because I know I'm not going to be on too long. I can do the quick release with the bananas and strawberries. Oh, Stephen Smith. He was in Stephen Smith's now training Charlie Edwards, isn't he? Oh, there's Stephanie. How you doing, Steph? Hope you're good. Steph and Karma. Yeah, definitely not apples tonight. Right, here we go. Oh, Breckus as well. Yeah, we forgot about Cecilia Breckus. I liked her. I was a big fan of her when I started watching the women's boxing. Right, I do not know Steve Clark. Jamal has mentioned Steve Clark a couple of times now. Obviously, he's the floater fight. It's a 4-rounder, and he's fighting Irving. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about either of these fighters. You could say, well, that's highly professional, unprofessional of you. You should know that. I'm sorry, but I don't. But I do know that Clark's trainer is now Charlie Edwards' trainer, as Charlie Edwards made his comeback and his comfortable win last night on the Wasserman card, which I did get to watch because that was on after 10. So he's already putting this Irving on the back foot. I know we were only in round number 2, but he's showing that he's a more dominant performer. That nice stiff 1-2, good guard, as Irving tries to throw the overhand right, flicking out his own jab. 1-2-3 coming in from Irving. Body shot coming in from Clark as he pushes him back with that jab hand once again. Irving on the ropes, landing at will. Uppercut coming in from Irving. And he takes a knee on the count. Oh, he's from the Rotunda gym. Okay. Bellew, Jonas. Yeah, fair enough. All right, he's back up. He's not going to last. 1-2-3. Irving trying to come back with his own shots. Uppercut coming in once again from Irving as he looks for the shot and he hooks the side of the head of Irving as Irving throws out a slow jab that Clark is able to see coming in. Overhand right coming in from Irving. Uppercut coming in from Clark. The jab comes out from Irving. The 1-2 answers Clark. 1-2 once again. Irving grabs him from the clinch. Fight out of the clinch, boys. We don't need the ref to separate you. It might be concussive power. You can see he's got that his jabs, his work is stiff. He uses his levers properly. You can see that there's power in his shots by the way he throws them with intention. As he pushes Irving back on the ropes, tucks up, goes again, resets, pushes him back, comes in with an uppercut. Irving tries to throw an overhand. The hook comes into the jaw of Irving from Clark. Once again, 1-2 as Irving counters with the jab back at Clark. The clappers are going. We are coming to the end of round number 2. Interesting. Right. Yeah, Ingolf Brackes from Norway. She made boxing legal in your country, legend. Fair play to you. I think, yeah. Where do you think Carlos Sainz is? Andrew A. Driving, boxing. Oh, Carlos Sainz. Oh, you know what I was thinking of? Jimmy Sainz. Don't know. It's a good question, Andrew. Very good question. Sorry, I was thinking Jimmy Sainz because he was on this card earlier, but Carlos Sainz, obviously F1 driver. It is. It gives me that that buzz, that energy. Like if I'm going on a long run, I'll have an apple. But if I'm going to do weights or anything, if I do the weight training, banana all day long. Yeah, oh, apparently he's enjoy. Is he? All I know is that Mercedes are now teaming up with Adidas, which has really upset me because I was going to start wearing Puma because obviously Ferrari red. But anyway, we digress. Back to boxing. As Clark comes out strong once again, you can see Irving's mouth is wide open, evading some of the shots. He clearly does respect the power of Sainz. In saying that, he comes out with a 1-2 as Sainz comes back. As Clark comes back with the jab, the 1-2. He's very tidy. The jab to the body coming in from Clark. Jab once again to Irving. Irving comes back with his own counters. Let's look at these lads. Focused, razor sharp Clark as he looks in the eyes of his opponents. Seen some reddening on the face of Irving. Stiff jab coming out from Clark as he pushes him back towards the ropes. That hook, body, head, 1-2 from Clark. To be fair, Irving's, he's giving a go, isn't he? It does look like they're completely two different weights, but body composition and all that. Uppercut coming in from Clark. Jab coming in. Hook coming in from Clark as Irving counters with his own jab. 1-2 once again. Irving should have done something with his hair because it just looks like his head's getting knocked back continuously as he throws a hook to Clark. Clark once again throws a nice shot to the body and a 1-2 to the head of Irving, throwing in an uppercut. Irving tries to throw the hook himself, the left-handed hook. But he fails as Clark slips it, moves out the way nicely for it. Irving body shots, rolls, body shot into the other side. Good work here from Irving. 1-2 once again. As literally Irving's flinching to put his hands up. See that why feints are so useful. Let him feint. Feint him and go to the body. Let him feint. Feint. He's going to flinch because he knows what's coming out at him. Jab thrown by both men at the same time. Irving still manages to keep the centre of the ring. A 1-2 thrown by both. The 2 lands from Clark. Uppercut comes in from Clark. The 2 lands neatly on the nose of Irving as he takes a breath in. You know, when you get those bang on your nose and it just releases a bit of snot. It's not quite blood yet, but it releases a bit of the liquids that are clogged up in your sinuses. I hate that when your nose gets clapped. Steve Clark, ABA champion from Liverpool, trained in the famous Rotunda ABC with the likes of Smith Brothers, Bellew, Jonas have trained. Did she? Peter Raymond's, now we know why Chris doesn't comment much, bless him. Chris, I've heard that rumour too, but I want him to take Czech's seat. English, British, Commonwealth, European ×2 champion, Netflix programme and fraud. Well, I wouldn't mind being a fraud if that was the case. Sainz should target the Red Bull seat. Once in a lifetime opportunity. I think Sainz is perfect. Perez replacement at Red Bull. If that happens, game over. Already for the rest. Lovely Carlos, eh? Don't be sorry, Andrew. Woo! Back to boxing. We are in round number 4 of 4. Confident and competent boxing match here, I'd say, with Clark clearly winning, obviously with a knockdown as well. Count, I think it was in round 2 before I got shouted at No, it's after I got shouted at by Jamal to commentate on the boxing. Jamal clearly a proud Liverpoolian in the chat. I've got to say, Scousers are quite nice actually. Scousers and Mancunians are a bit like miserable, like Brummies. Brummies and Mancunians are quite similar. I think probably that's why they don't get on as much. But Scousers are like really friendly. But Mancunians and Brummies, we're both a bit we are iffy. Very iffy. But the ones I've met are brilliant. But I get why we clash. 100%. Here we go. Right, 1 more minute and 45 seconds left as we've got Clark dominating this fight. There's not even a mark on him. And Irving's getting tapped up left, right, and centre with the jab coming in from Clark. It's good to see the experiences from, these amateurs that come in and like when they're really good amateurs and you can see that nice little shakeout and getting to fight on a DAZN card as well before the main event. Obviously, somebody likes him because as a floater, sometimes they don't get put on at the very beginning or after the last fight. So to see him so high up, but fair play, Irving's. He stayed in there. 1-2 coming in from both of them as Clark is on the back foot, but still confident in his performance. 1-2, but Irving's still answering with his own counters as he takes a deep breath and moves out of the way. Tries to get off the ropes, but Clark manages to push him back. As you know, there's 4 corners in this ring, and he's continuously on the back foot. Jab once again coming in from Clark. Nice stiff jab. Let's see if he throws that 1-2 again. He set up the jab. He knows his range. 1-2, as predicted, coming in from Clark. I'd like to see a little bit more work to the body. I know he's throwing in those hooks, but don't headhunt. Go to this guy's body. His legs are already, unsteady. And the thing about it, sometimes these boxers have got such tough heads. You've got to go to the body. Yeah, good fight. Maybe a little reddening under his left eye, but nothing major. Good bit of earner for them, isn't it? This Clark looks like Matthew Hatton and Campbell Hatton at the same time. And the guy he's fighting looks like a Middle Eastern, Paulie Magilani. Maliarji. I'm off. Thanks, October Red. Good show. Good night, Alan of War. He's probably gone now because that was 6 minutes ago. Working on it, AP, when we both get the time, and it should be soon. I feel like we're part of this romance. Does anyone know how much money was given to Sandor Martin by Haney to step aside and allow Ryan Garcia fight to happen? Sandor Martin is the real deal at 140. He retired Marky Garcia and schooled Tio. Guys, I'm going to let you get into that in the chat. No, don't apologise. Sometimes I do it and sometimes I do get distracted. It's usually Chris that puts me in line. But if you're a passionate Liverpoolian and you know these guys, I'll do that just for you. It's taking forever to finish this. But this is going to have to... I won't be able to drink this tomorrow. It'll be nasty tomorrow. Right. Almost time for the main event. Somebody said, yeah, I did watch the Charlie Edwards fight. Really happy for him, but he's a good boxer anyway. He was composed, and considering he's been out for such a long time and he's had all of the ups and downs that he's had from obviously promotional companies to trainers, to finally, getting a promotional company to get behind him, it was nice to see him win. It was really, really nice to see him win, if I'm honest. So I wish him all the best. Facts, Zach is agreeing with what Chris says. Sandor has been a problem ever since Matchroom had their Spain. Oh, remember those? Gosh, that was a long time ago. I remember those. God, what happened to them? But to be fair, look at the signing of Jaron Ennis. I asked Frank Smith when I spoke to him a couple of days ago, would you sign Terence Crawford? Because to me, I think that's just up. To me, that's perfect because then you just get the in-house fight, don't you? They said obviously they're open to business negotiations with all of them. To be fair, I don't think there's, the top American fighters that are out there. I think obviously Matchroom will go after all of them. Let's see what happens with Jaron Ennis. They've all said the same thing. He's a star, and now we're going to give him the platform. We're going to show him off to everybody. We're going to build him and make sure that he gets the flowers and builds the accolades along the way to get in that kind of promo that a star fighter deserves. I said, I did mention, is a Conor Ben fight something that you'd be thinking about? Because I'm sure I saw somewhere on X, and you guys let me know in the chat. I'm sure I saw Conor Ben post Ben Ennis, or I'm sure I saw it, but it gone by the time I went back to look for it. But that was before the signing was announced. So I was like, oh, is that who's going to fight? This is obviously before I knew that Jaron was coming to Matchroom. And then obviously within 24 hours, that came out. So I asked, and I think they've said, no, that's not going to be the first fight for Jaron. We want Jaron to have like a homecoming fight, someone to fight where he's from, and then obviously see how it goes. But the mischievous in me would like to see Eddie sign Terence Crawford. I'm not saying that it will happen, but I definitely would like to see it. His younger brother's success must burn as well because he's learnt from his shortcomings. And Sandor Martin was their guy at one point. So Sandor Martin would have got paid a package that would have been the equivalent of last fight purse plus camp, solicitors' fees, no pre-fight agreement, and pre-fight agreed plays 3/4 of purse plus a lawyer. God, Mark, you don't have to get into the business side of it. And my only concern about the any signing is who a Matchroom going to match him with. They mentioned a name the other day, and because my memory is like a sieve, I can't remember who it was. I think it will be hard to get a big fight because a lot of the American promoters despised Eddie Hearn. Shame that, and it really need to move on from that, don't we? I think that's gonna have to end up dying a death because when Diego Pacheco signed with Matchroom, I was like, well, why did you choose Matchroom? And he was like, Eddie was what they had their eyes on him since he was in the amateurs, etc., etc. So it seems as if, even though obviously Canelo's worked, Saul Alvarez has worked with Eddie Hearn, it's not the first time he's had or got American fighters. I think it might start to become a trend. Jamal, good night. I'm off now. Thanks for the company and great communication skills. Keep it up, and thanks for bearing my passion for the Scouse fighters. Absolutely no problem. Hope to see you at a Jonas fight soon. Keep up the hard work. No problem, and adios to Jamal, our Scouser brethren in the chat. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'd said about throwing. I said that, but I don't think that's what they want to do first. I don't know. No, we need to leave Manny Pacquiao alone. Let him, He's done so much for his, country, sort of like an ambassador, like Triple G, like Gennady Golovkin. Just leave him alone now. Do you know what I mean? Just leave them alone. Let them enjoy. They've done so much in their careers. Just let them just relax. Let the fresh new blood come in. Emma Willis. Ennis wasn't fighting good opposition at the PBC, so not sure why he's with Matchroom. Everyone cares about who he fights. See? Emma coming in with the controversial stuff. What do you think? She's got a point. Not sure why he's with Matchroom. Everyone cares about who he fights. Interesting. This Haney and Garcia fight is way too premature and such a money grab. Well, I'll tell you something for free. I won't be watching that. I'll be watching the highlights the day after. I didn't even know it was a pay-per-view till was it about a week ago? 147 isn't so great now. Excuse me. No one's really a formidable opponent. But main event prediction. I've got Gill 10th round stoppage. He will need to cut the ring off with Barrett. Been a solid mover. And with it in Manchester, Barrett will get favoured from the judges. I do think we're going to get a knockout, but I would have said the other way around. But Gill is so unpredictable. Ennis will definitely get good fights. Obviously, now that he's signed with Matchroom. Vaughn, new sub here. Much respect, everyone. And good evening to you, Vaughn. And thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate the subscribers. It helps. Because the more people subscribe, the more people look at the channel. And the more YouTube thinks, hey, people are watching her channel. Let's push her stuff out. So it does help. The subscribers definitely do help. The audacity to make it a pay-per-view is insane. Yeah, I was a bit disheartened when I seen that, if I'm honest, Iffy, because I was like, why? I'll wait until Haney Garcia get in the ring to believe it. I actually thought, obviously, with all the stuff that Garcia was exhibiting, we could say, I wasn't sure the fight was going to happen, but we'll see. I hope Garcia puts Haney on orbit. Really? When are the ring walks? Sam, good evening. They are getting ready to walk to the ring at the moment, if you are on about this card tonight. And good evening to you, Mr. Gibbons. Haney Garcia has been building up for a long time since they were both at 135, especially with their long amateur history. Yeah, I hear that, but I'm not paying for it. Definitely not paying for it. But yeah, it's definitely a good backstory. Yeah. Gill needs to prove Conlon win wasn't a one-off. I think. Remember, Kiko Martinez, Zalfa Barrett beat Kiko Martinez, and he did beat him. It's just that the point scoring was a little bit wide and controversial. Remember, Kiko Martinez stopped Gill. Now, I understand that obviously styles make fights, except bloody hell, Zalfa's dressed up like the abominable snowman. Wow, look at that outfit. But yeah, styles make fights. He's going to think he's the next. He will do. Regardless, Garcia is not winning. Body shots from Gill. Yeah. Their amateur history is something only they care about. I don't mind that, because it just offers a little bit of a backstory, doesn't it, to the fight, and it adds a little bit of spice to it, because obviously, I don't know, they could be carrying a grudge. I know that, there's some fighters that, they've had an amateur background, and maybe one of them got further than the other one, and there's a little bit of animosity that's built up over time. So sometimes I think even if it goes back to that, it still makes for a good fight. I get it. Some of us might not be bothered about it, but I think it's all good. But like I said, I'm definitely not I'm definitely not paying for it. And AP gives everyone this welcome, Von. So yeah, I don't know. He's like the abominable snowman. No, you can't. You can't write any of them off, really, can you? But yeah. Right, so Emma Will is saying I'm going with Barrett just for his movement, but he will be vulnerable when he gets tired. Hmm. And Jordan's been more active, hasn't he? This event is a true 50-50. If even if he wins, yeah. He will lose. Yeah, I think yes. That yeah. How can that be 1999 and few? That's what I'm saying. Because I will obviously be paying. I am not. I'll definitely be paying for Fury use it. Come on, that's like undisputed. Yeah, Von, you'll get used to AP. That is literally a warm welcome to our group. But welcome to you, Von. Welcome. Dazza, good evening. How are you? How is my fellow Scotsman tonight? And if you've just joined, I'm Abs of October Red. We are getting ready for the main event. This is a watch along where we discuss the boxing. I do a bit of commentary. If you've been listening in for a little bit or just caught the back end of something, we also have a bit of banter as well. We don't like boring boxing Saturday nights. We like to spice it up a bit. Zalfa Barrett is making his walk to the ring now. He's going to be very warm in that. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm sure Lyndon Arthur had something similar. The fact that he's got the Jamaican flag representing us Jamaicans, those of Jamaican heritage, on his gloves. Zalfa is such a lovely kid. So is Jordan. But I spent a bit of time with Zalfa when I was doing some work with his uncle up in Manchester. I think what's that now? About 2-3 years ago. Gosh, time has flown. Yeah, I buy every DAZN pay-per-view, but they lost me with that one. That's what I'm saying, Emma. What? Why? You know what? It's down to them, and that's down to DAZN. Come on, Dazza. One of the day ones. In advance, my robe was too heavy. It drained me. Excuses from Barrett. And I think Haney's still quite underrated as well, if I'm honest, Emma. Very, very skilled boxer. I thought it was only pay per view in America, but to see it pay per view in the UK shocked me. Yeah. And Lion says he's going for Gill. Here we go. Eddie Hearn is the hardest worker in the game. He has cards all over Mexico, in the cities. Yes, lovely names, Tijuana, etc. Congratulated him on that when I met him in Phoenix, and he's very personable as well. But he likes speaking to people. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Um, you know where you stand with him. He's he likes hard workers, but you have to be a hard worker with a bit of a difference. You can't just be a grafter. You've got to have something else that goes with it. Um, he admires that. And you can just see that by the fighters that he has on his record and what he expects to see from the fighters. He's all about value. He's all about money. I get that. But if he sees that you really graft hard and you've got something about you and you're loyal to him, he'll be cool with you, definitely. Usyk is going to wreck him. Don't know, you know. Gill, you Southport. Yeah, Mark has been chanting all the way from earlier on tonight. We've been going now for 2 hours and 19 minutes. Mark has been saying from the beginning that Gill is going to go Southpaw at some point and he's going to target the body a lot in the fight. Ooh. Zalfa all the way, BMW, Triple C Repairs UK. Shout out to you. So are your repairs quite expensive then? Have you got like a bit of a showroom? Do you do performance vehicles? And what is your favourite BMW? I've got to say that I do like the to be fair, the new M3s are really nice because they're kind of like wide. They're wider than the old M3. They look bigger. They look more like an M5. But even though the M5 now, the new ones have made that look bigger. But I was a fan of the X6. But I don't think they did an M version to that. To shout out to BMWs, but really, I'm a fan of Audi. So sorry, I like the other German car. Even the way Hearn said it was pay-per-view on IFL was hilarious because he knows it makes no sense to be pay-per-view in the UK. A bit of camaraderie in the chat. In America, what did they say? The 5v5 undercard is pay-per-view on the zone and the main fight. Yeah, that's weird. Because if you're paying for it, you're going to see it anyway. So it's kind of like part and parcel of the pay-per-view, isn't it? Yeah, shout out to the Quattro. But they do say that BMW drivers are real drivers because obviously they have the rear wheel, etc. Where Audi's like the Quattro and the car sort of drives it for you. So they say BMW drivers are the better drivers out of the two. But anyway, enough of cars. Zalfa does his head waggle as he goes back into the corner, gets a hug from his uncle, and we are getting ready to go. Yeah. I'll get back to the... Oh, yeah, RS6. Oh, my God, I'm dribbling. Anyway, come on. Seconds out, round one. Here we go. Jordan straight into the centre of the ring. Zalfa on the back foot, looking to throw that jab. Looking to throw that jab out. Zalfa literally taps the face of Jordan as Gill throws back the jab of his own. Not as cagey as I thought it was going to be in the round one. They're quite happy to go for it, and Gill lands that 1-2 to the body. Zalfa throws out the double jab as Gill slips down to avoid it. Interesting. What did you say about body mark? 1-2. So Zalfa's there going for the jab to the head of Jordan. Well, let me see if Jordan, if he dips 1-2, he's like throwing out sort of like a feinty jab from Jordan, a 1-2 to the head of Zalfa. Zalfa comfortably on the back foot, but this is what we see from Zalfa. Don't be surprised. Zalfa's fought on the back foot the majority of his fights, if I'm honest. I wouldn't call him a front foot fighter. The double jab coming in from Zalfa. Slow, but it hit the mark. Oh, there we go. A jab that from Gill catches Barrett on the forehead as he moves out of the way. Another jab once again catches Barrett. The body shot to Barrett from Gill. The second punch once again. It's not the 1-2. It's like Gill sort of like throwing out this feint, but landing the 2, almost like the 2 is a jab, but he's throwing it not in a southpaw stance, if that makes sense. It's literally like the 2, not throwing out the jab. The jab coming out once again. Double jab, body shots coming out from Gill to the body of Barrett. Confident. Jordan looks so confident here. Completely changed fighter from when he's gone to... He's with David Colwell, wasn't he? And now gone to the trusted hands of the British Ben Davison. Double jab coming in from Zalfa. Jab once again. Answered with a jab of his own from Gill. Falling short, shots coming in from both fighters. We've got 20 seconds just under left in round number 1 as Zalfa looks to throw that cheeky hook, but it's countered. And a 1-2 comes back from Gill. Uppercut onto the chin. Body shot, sweet there. 1-2-3. Uppercut, overhand. All of this coming in from Gill to start off, and he finishes. You talk about win the round. Good start. Yeah. I'm not really a fan. Super K, you know I like you a lot, but I'm not a fan of Mercedes. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, they are money pits. But I get it. They're the only car that doesn't read. They don't do advertise. They don't advertise, do they? They're the only brand that literally word of mouth sales. They don't have adverts like other um, vehicles. Super Kia. Zach, get out of here. Yeah, I'm rooting for both of them as well. Hello there, Herco Johannes. How are you doing? I tried. Oh, okay. I train in Jordan's new gym he owns. Interesting, Mark. You got Gill at not up, right? Lions got Gill one up. As we go into round number 2, Gill on the front foot, throwing out the jab to Zelfa as he tries to throw back his own. Like I said, center of the ring goes to Gill. Barrett is comfortable on the back foot. Don't let that fool you. He's comfortable. He fights on the back foot. Pivoting off there to his left. We've not seen him switch southpaw yet, Mark. I'm still waiting. The jab coming out from body shot there coming in from Gill. Excuse me. He's flipping protein shake. Right, he tucks up. Gill tucks up as Barrett looks to throw a shot. He tucks up, feints, and then comes in and throws off a shot of his own. And this is a Gill to the body of Barrett. Barrett throws a 1-2-3 hook into the body of Gill. Gill unfazed, tucks up and just walks forward. Barrett moving from side to side, left to right, feinting to throw his own shot. I'm going to hear Pat Barrett saying you need to throw some more shots here. Get that jab, establish that jab. You're going to have to start. You got a parry hand. I understand that Gill is stiff with it, but you can parry and counter. That's something that I don't see done that often. I'm seeing the feints. It's good to see the feints. Some spinning off from Zelfa. 1-2 coming in from Gill. I'd say so far, definitely Gill is more dominant. He's look at that. The 1-2 literally under the elbow of Zelfa. As Zelfa throws back his own 1-2 to the body. I've got to start calling him Zelfa, and Barrett. Right, Jordan throwing that body shot. The jab to the body. Double jab to the head coming in from Gill. The 1-2 coming in from Zelfa. The 2 being a long range uppercut that literally skims the nose of Gill. 1-2-3 as Gill answers with his own 1-2. The crowd sounds lively here. Seems like the few tickets have definitely been sold on this. The pressure's on Zelfa. You can't really be getting buoyed up in Manchester as the home fighter. The 1-2, that was a lovely hook from Zelfa on the jaw of Gill. Like to have seen him follow that up, but I get it. The fight is fresh. You might want to start to break him down. A little flinch in there as Zelfa goes to throw a shot back, which would make me think that shot hurt. As Gill comes back with his 1-2 of his own. Yeah, good round. If he's saying Gill's combinations are just so explosive and he'll soon land. Hard to score that, but Gill is fighting the right fight. Zelfa's coming in now, though. Good start from Gill. The stinger, no. Not if it's a Kia, mate. Get in the bin. A Kia. Imagine if I get a Kia to sponsor me now and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I love a Kia. Kias are amazing. And then you lot are in there, oh, yeah, I've got this screen record from when she was slagging them off. Right, Barrett's telling him to utilize. Pat Barrett's telling him to utilize the uppercut. And I can't hear what the rest that he was saying. Yeah, it would be a good fight. Good fight. Zelfa's good. As you can see, look, right? So Jordan Gill jumps straight into the jab. And this is one of the things that I'm starting to see him do quite a lot. He's jumping into those shots. Keeping Zelfa on the back foot. Once again, throwing the 2 and landing to the body, throwing the jab. The hands of Zalfa dropping. It's really dominant and controlling fight so far from Jordan. Gill is dictating this fight. Yes, Barrett is answering, but he's the more dominant fighter. I mean, please put it in the chat if you think I'm wrong. Let's have a look. 1-2 once again, pushing Zalfa back. 1-2 again, coming in from Gill, pushing Barrett back. The jab. That uppercut not landing again at the end of the jabs that Barrett is throwing towards Gill. As Gill tucks up, rolls underneath, throws a 1-2, finishing with a 2 to the body. Zalfa attempts to throw his own shots as they both move around to the left. Once again, tucking up from Gill. Try to land that 1-2. Zalfa moves backwards. Beautiful shot from Zalfa. That hook. It's tilted the head of Gill. That was a beautiful right-handed hook from Zalfa. Wow. That was a beautiful shot. And we know that Zalfa's known for that hook and the uppercut. Okay. Zalfa's waking up. Are we going to get this stoppage? 1-2 coming in from Gill to Zalfa. To be fair, right then, let's have a look at this. Let's just break it down. Let's have a look at the shots. That was a good jab there from Gill that wobbled. Looked like it wobbled Zalfa a bit, but Zalfa once again dips in low and attacks the body. He's going to try and get him with an uppercut as well. Once again, the hook to the side of the face of Gill and the jab thrown out by Barrett as Gill tries to answer with his own 1-2. I won't call who called Zalfa pillar fisted? He's not pillar fisted, mate. Right, body shots literally coming in from Zalfa. That long range uppercut once again landed, but he couldn't finish off with the lovely jab once again from Gill, knocking the head back of Barrett. The clapper's going. We've got 10 seconds left in this round. Jab. Careful, Zalfa. You saw that coming. You were teeing that up and the bell goes. He's always on the back foot, Emma. That's how he fights. The majority of his fights, he's on the back foot all the time. Close fight. This card has been... No, it hasn't. How can you say that? I'll name this account later. I've enjoyed it. But then again, I enjoy all fights. This is the Gill that lost to Tinoco. The same Tinoco put a beating on Haney in Tawana and got robbed. If you haven't watched Haney versus Tinoco, go find it and see exactly who won that fight. That swivel jab from Gill is landing a lot. Yeah, he's got a really good jab. Dominguez, good evening. Zalfa's hooks are unreal. He's always had nice hooks. It's my stupid headphones. The battery's dying. Take it back. He's not pillar fisted. Right, here we go. Round number 4 of 12. Let's go, guys. Jordan once again on that front foot as Zalfa attempts to take the center of the ring to throw out his own jab, which is landing, but more of a rangefinder jab, not really thrown with the intention to throw anything afterwards. I'll say that, and he lands a nice stiff one on the head of Jordan. Jordan feints in to throw his own and catches Zalfa with the 2, the backhand. Backhand once again catches the body of Zalfa. As Jordan seems to dip and then goes into him. Once again, Zalfa throws in the uppercut and the left to the body. Watch again. Look at this. He can understand exactly what Jordan's going to do. He's going to lunge into him. So when you see him dip the legs, move to the side and you can catch him with a hook. You can see what he does is he guards up. Then he'll jump into him. See, he keeps on doing it all the time. Watch him. Watch, look. Guard up. Okay, he flicks out the normal jab there, but he's going to jump into the jab. He jumps into the jab, 1-2, and then we'll try and follow a hook on that combination. Read him, learn what he's going to do. He's got patterns here. I hate when he does that. You know, when the fighters like jump backwards and like parry away, then don't throw a counter. Hold on, Mark. He's gone southpaw like you said he was going to do. And I'm listening to the commentary now and they're saying that it's a bit of a surprise for Barrett. Mark, you called it. Have your flowers. He has gone southpaw. And now he's throwing the jab to the body of Barrett. But Barrett still comes forward, relentless, and throws that hook. Good work from Barrett there. Yeah, I think he's hurt his... Yeah, those body shots are starting to hurt from Barrett. Watch him. Yeah, he's doing it. It'll slow him down. He'll take his legs. Gill offers his own 1-2, but Barrett's going to keep rooting him with the same shots because he knows he can land them. Jab coming back from Gill to the nose of Barrett. Jab coming out from Gill. Now he's gone back to he's gone back to orthodox. That didn't last long, did it? We've got Barrett back on the ropes. Jab coming in, combinations coming in from Gill to Barrett, but Barrett confidently, no, I'm not having this. Once again, jab body, jab head. The hooks around the side of the body. Careful, Zelfa. As Gill rushes him and tries to throw in a barrage of shots at the end of the round. Ain't no way Zelfa loses. Mark my words. Hello, Negus. Gill needs to switch it up. He's too predictable right now. Take it back. He's not pillar-fisted. Warming into a really good fight. Yeah, it definitely is, Emma. Good round from Barrett. Lion saying that it's a close fight. Lalif Kaleno and Mungia is free on the zone. Then Garcia and Haney need to stop the Delulu. Smart boxing by Barrett. Yeah, Barrett has had enough now. He's downloaded the data. Can't Zelfa dance around for 12 rounds. Gill needs to attack the body. I think that's what the plan was to do, but it's literally what Zelfa's going to do to him. Yeah, take the flowers, Mark. Take those flowers. Here we go. Right, here we go. Come on. What round we in? 5. 5 of 12, ladies and gentlemen. As Zelfa throws out the jab. Still on the back foot. Gill's tucked up. As Zelfa throws the shots early on in this round. Flinching, fainting, throwing that jab out to the face of Gill as Gill dips in and lunges forward. Just move. Quick feet, Zelfa. 1, 2, 3. Once again, the body shot. Zelfa's going to keep on attacking the body of Gill. Once he gets him to drop that hands, then he'll start going for the chin. You'll start to see him throw more hooks. I've seen what he's done this before. He'll literally root to the body till you don't want to take the pain anymore. Hands will drop and then he'll start to target the head. Once again, Jordan lunging in to throw that jab, that 1, 2, 3. He tucks up, see, jumping in to throw in an uppercut, 1, 2, 3, 4. Combination coming in from Gill. As Zelfa catches him with a body shot coming in. Flicking out the jab, overhand right coming in from Zelfa. Jab coming out from Zelfa. Both men flicking out the jab. Circling round to their left. Both fighters circling to their left. They're both in their orthodox stance. Let's see how long the southpaw lasted. He did it for a little bit, but Zelfa was like, okay, let's do this. And he managed to get some good shots off the back of it. Might not be a good idea, Mark. Might have been all right in strategy, but I don't think it'll work long with Zelfa. 1, 2 coming in from Zelfa. Is something up with Gill's nose? Or is it just the reddening? One, two coming in from Gill. 1-2 coming in from Gill yet again. Zalfa throws out the jab to answer. Jab once again. The reddening on the face of Gill. So Zalfa's clearly touching him up as his face is markless. 1-2. I like that. He slipped the jab but missed the 2. He comes in and Barrett throws a nice uppercut. Nice work from both men here. Exchanges, slips, misses, and counters. Good work from both of them. Zalfa starts off with a nice stiff jab, throws in an uppercut, goes to throw the hook. He slips it, and Jordan comes back in with his own jab. The clappers go, and we're coming towards the end of round 5. Good work from these boys. Good fight. Double jab, overhand from Jordan. Jordan's face is looking really bruised. Ooh, let's have a look. Tracy Shields. Good evening, Tracy. Zalfa has some great shots. Gill needs to smash his body. Devastating shots from Zalfa in the 4th. Gill needs to do more. 2-2. Gill edge that round. 4-0 to Gill. Metal Box J, good evening. How are you? I didn't skip ads on this live. I hope you get some Oh, bless. Bless. Thank you very much. Thank you. I didn't even know you get ads during the lives. No wonder the lives make. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, tell me about it. He was sparring 6 rounds each, sparring session southpaw, so southpaw is part of the tactics. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Vonnie's saying 3-2 to Gill, and James is saying, good evening, October. Great fight. Right, here we go. Right, back to it. Back to it. Zalfa now positioning himself more centre of the ring, albeit he's still on the back foot, but he started off more central than he has done, flicking out the double jab and single jabs at that, not trying to throw them all at once, just jab, 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 resetting every time you're throwing it, making sure you're getting that power, not tap, tap, and giving that stiff ramrod jab that you can sometimes get. A nice little cheeky check hook there to the head of Gill as he throws out a jab as well. Gill on the front foot, but there we go. 1, 2, 3 coming in from Gill. Better shots, better work there. Zalfa's evaded that same 1, 2, 3 combination as he moves around to the left. I'd like to see him move a little bit. Move a little bit. Here we go. Zalfa throwing out the jab. He's got some nice flashy boots on, hasn't he? Right, Jordan getting active, coming in, really starting to put the pressure on as Zalfa comes back and answers with that whipping body shot to the left-hand side of the body of Gill. Jab. As Zalfa throws out the jab, Jordan's reading that and they're literally coming in with the 1-2 as Zalfa throws that hand out, trying to nullify, stop the power of the jab that's coming out from Zalfa. The key is to just keep your head offline, keep moving and counter. Flicking the jab out, and this is coming from Barrett into Gill as he remains on the back foot as Gill tucks up and throws in the 1-2. He'll literally just lunge into the shots, and this is where Zalfa can do and has done. He catches him going in, but not with enough aggression to force that respect from Jordan. Jab. Double jab from Jordan, from Gill. Jab from Barrett. Flicking out the jab from Barrett as he moves left to right. Jordan catches him with a jab as he moves back into the right. Overhands coming in from Gill to Barrett. The jab coming in once again from Jordan. Zalfa's throwing the 1-2 counter from Gill that knocks Zalfa back just a little bit as Zalfa comes in with the body shot and Gill is countering. It's literally, this is good work, this is, because it's like, okay, you're going to throw, I'm going to throw. And it's about that timing and catching your opponent off balance, because that's where we can get those knockdowns. When you catch them off balance, when you're both throwing at the same time and maybe you're going to reset or you're going to step back, you're slightly off balance. And this is what they're both doing. What's Pat saying? Your speed is your power. When you start loading up, you're tensing up. You're moving nice and relaxed. He's just telling him to relax more, I think. Oh, relying on your watch a lot. I'll try and do my best. His face looks a bit like swollen, to be honest, Chris. Barrett making a mistake by trying to brawl, because he's answering him. Every time he's answering him. But this is good IQ. Imagine you're there throwing, you've got a game plan, and somebody's just nullifying that by coming at you with what you're throwing at them, but better. This is beautiful boxing, and this is what I'm saying. I get it. If sometimes people want to see those knockouts, but to me, I like to see when two fighters go at it, and it's like, I've got answers for you. I'm going to nullify what you're doing. I'm going to take control of everything that you're doing. This, to me, I love this stuff. And yeah, I get the knockouts, I get the highlight reels. But sometimes I just want to watch boxing, and this is boxing, because they're sussing each other out. Anyway, enough, because I'm getting a bit excited now. Let's have some water. Right, nice jab, and the 1-2 coming in from Gill to Barrett, as Barrett flicks out his own jab. And like I said, it's not like 1-2. It's not like he's doubling up. It's literally jab, jab. There's like a timing, there's a rhythm with it. Do you see what he's doing? Now, Jordan could actually parry that. Fair enough, he's blocking it with the double of his gloves. But if you parry it and counter, parry an overhand right, which he just almost did there, but he missed it because Zalfa got out of the way. 1-2 as he pushes forward, pushes that far forward that Zalfa just moves to his right on the ropes, and it forces Gill to almost run into the ropes. Jab coming in from Barrett. Jordan's dipping to slip the jab and throws back his own. 1-2. Zalfa comes back with the 3, the hook to the side of the head, the jab. 1-2. The 2 misses from Gill as Zalfa moves round to the left. Throws out the jab of his own. Jab. Hook coming in from Zalfa, but skimming the face of Gill. Gill dips, and slightly creeps forward, and then throws out that jab of his own. Double jab, cross to the body, coming in from Gill to Barrett. Barrett 1-2, and moves round to the left as he throws the 2. 1-2, coming in from Gill to Barrett. 1-2 once again. Good work, man. Really good work this is. Jab once again coming in from Barrett to the head of Gill, knocking his head back. 1-2, and the 2 being like I don't know, was that a short screw shot coming in from Gill then? Zalfa throws out the jab, but mindful of what's coming back. He's like almost like a nervous fighter. He's relaxed, but it's like he's a nervous fighter at the same time. I can't even explain it. The clappers have just gone. Good work, boys. Really good work here, man. Zalfa's reach advantage is very apparent, and he's got good movement, but Gill might be landing the bigger punches. Don't switch off. When you're jabbing, he's dropping down, which is what we've just been saying. Oh, I can't bloody hear. Right. Bore off. All right, let's have a look. Gill more accurate. Barrett starting to win, and that is coming from Lion. Gill will win the brawl. That's his fight, not Barrett's. I've got 3-3 second half now. Will affect Barrett. I'm calling it. Harvey, good evening. Zalfa should keep it long and move. Zalfa's feet starting to slow down. Gill eye going to shut. Oh, God, you're so brutal. Gill is doing better on the front foot, I think. 4-3 Barrett. What a close fight. Right, here we go. We're flipping. What, we're in round number 8 already? Right, come on then. Once again, the same as positions as it has been all the way through the fight. We've got Zalfa there throwing a couple of jabs, but comfortable being on the back foot, comfortable in waiting for Jordan to walk forward. But I need to see some. I need to see some counters. You know, when like Gill's like coming forward and like Zalfa's on the back foot, when Barrett's on the back foot, when he's coming in, uppercut. Get in with that uppercut. Screw shot there from by Gill that narrowly missed the face of Barrett. Barrett throws out the jab like a 1-2, dips down with the 2 to go to the body. Sweeping hook, but misses the face of Jordan. The jab coming out from Barrett as Gill tries to throw back his own. Really good boxing match this is, you know. Right, the jab. Out of range there. Zalfa throwing the uppercut, the 1-2 to the body. I don't know what the ref was saying there. I don't know if he said it was a bit low. I didn't see it. Ref sort of like pointed. The jab coming in from Gill, overhand coming in from Gill. Barrett double jabs, but like I said, not like a double, but throws 2 jabs and then goes for the body. Gill doing the same, 2 jabs, but then waiting, then stopping. Zalfa throws 3 jabs and 2 hooks to the body, but not enough to slow Gill down. As he faints, he's sort of like flitting out. But Pat's told him in the corner, he dips down. Every time you throw a jab, he's going to dip down. That's it, good. Because as Gill dipped down then, Zalfa was still able to time that and get the jab on his head. Body shot coming in there from Gill, but Barrett had been tucked up. You know what I'm saying about knockouts now? I wouldn't mind seeing if somebody gets stopped. Only because like it sort of like seals the shots that they're throwing. So it's like, okay, you know, you've got these shots, you've got this momentum, you've got this timing. Can you seal it with that power shot that is going to, you know, either force your opponent into submission or knock them down? But I do believe this will go to points. As Gill lands an overhand, Zalfa sort of like jumps back to cover up. Peekaboo style there for Jordan as he tucks up and then he throws out the jab. Oh, jumping into a beautiful shot there, dipping and jumping in. That rooting thing, here we go. They're now exchanging once again, and that's the style I like with these two. Cannon, Zalfa's feet starting to slow down. Iron Gill is going to shut. Yeah, we got there. Sorry, I missed that. Gill is doing better on the front foot. 4-3 to Barrett, close fight. Gill been targeting that liver. Zalfa is not landing off. It seems like he's pausing a little bit with his shots, isn't he? He's letting like Gill like take control. We did have that beautiful trade-off. Can't remember what round it was, where they were both answering each other, and now it's sort of like the foot's off the gas. But I think when Zalfa went into the corner, Pat was saying to him, don't switch off. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Bellew said Gill slightly ahead. Okay. Guys, how are you scoring it? Remember, guys, leave the chat for a second and smash. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, smash the like button if you can. It'd be appreciated. Share it. Share it on Twitter. I don't know. Whatever. Share it to your WhatsApp group. 4 each clear round. Gill. Barrett should try and get closer. He shot with the uppercuts. They may have been quite effective when he lands them. Yeah, I agree. But his shots are sort of like sweeping, aren't they? They're sweeping shots. The power's in there, but it's like he's just slightly off range. Right, here we are. We are round number 9. There we go. That was a nice counter. We had Gill land the 1-2, and then Zalfa landed his own jab to come back. Good counters they were. Zalfa flinching on the back foot. Gill 1-2. Zalfa 1. 1 again from Zalfa. As Gill jumps in there, answering with his own jab and his 1-2. I think he landed 4 there. Once again, he dips and he goes in to land the jab. This is all coming from Gill. These are habits. These are mannerisms that have been evident throughout the whole fight. You can see he's going to dip and then he's going to go into the shot. It's almost like he propels himself forward. A nice double jab there from Gill as he throws a 1-2. 1-2 coming in from Gill. Zalfa answers with his own 1-2. Lovely uppercut coming in from Zalfa as he flicks out the jab. Both of these guys moving around to the left. The jab going out from Gill. No, the jab going out from Barrett. I do beg your pardon. And Gill answering. A 1-2 coming in from Gill. A 1 once again coming in. Zalfa throwing out his own 1. Oh, I'd like to see some parries and counters. Come on, boys. You can do this. That's it. Parry that shot and then counter it. Speed. See what I mean? Look. You can catch that. You can catch it. You can catch it and counter it. And follow up with a combination. I'd just like to see just a little bit more follow through. Here we go. Both of the men throwing out the shots and each of them answering. Lovely stiff jab there from Gill. Barrett answers with his own 1-2 single jab. 1-2 coming back in from Gill as he tucks up. Nice little cheeky 2 body shots there from Barrett. As the clappers go, we are ending this round already. Flipping heck. Body shot coming in from Gill to finish the round. Good work from both of them. Have a look at his eye. Oh my God, his eye's blackened. That bruising's come up quite dark already, you know. Might want to get a doctor to look at that. Isn't it when your eye goes like immediately black? Is that brain or eye? That's blackened straight away. Right, let's have a look. 5-3 Gill. Bellew is lovely. Thank you, AP. We appreciate that. Super K, we're saying 4 each. Jason, Harry, good evening. Good evening to you. 5-4 Gill. Close rounds. Better round for Barrett in the 9th. What are we saying then? Bit of swelling under the right eye from Zalfa. Round 10. Flipping heck. Fucking 3 rounds left. Excuse my French. Right, as it starts, once again, Jordan on the front foot, controlling the center of the ring. Zalfa on the back foot. You know, I'd probably like to see, I don't know if he would, but Zalfa literally just take it to him and try and like own the center of the ring. I can see that he's trying to do that now, but watching a bit, he'll revert to type and end up on the back foot. But he catches Jordan coming in. He catches Gill coming in with a lovely hook to the side of the head. But if he can see the eye, I'd attack the eye because I'm not even sure if that's from punches or it's literally blackened under his left eye. Oh, Gill's down with a body shot from Zalfa. He ain't getting up. Oh, he is getting up. That is 2 minutes to go. What did we say? Guys? Zalfa's going to go for him. Hold on, here we go. But this is when Gill can come into himself. But Zalfa's going to... Come on, Zalfa. Don't waste the round, kid. He's hurt. There we go. He's attacking the body. That was on the sweet spot there. But Zalfa took a step back from the shots that Gill was giving back to him. Uppercuts, everything coming in from Gill. Gill is slowing down as he throws a hook to Zalfa. But Zalfa's coming in with the shots. Gill is dipping in and throwing his own body shots. Zalfa on the back foot as Gill goes forward and throws in his own body shots. And the overhand, Zalfa goes back in for the body. These guys are going at it. He's letting him get momentum back. Flipping it. Uppercut, body shot coming in from Zalfa as Gill pushes Zalfa back with the jab. towards the ropes, walking him down, breathing. One thing I tell you with Gill, he's got heart. He throws out his own body shots himself. As Alpha throws a 1-2 with a body shot once again. Gill throws the answers back with his own 1-2, and he's down again with the body shot. Woo! Down again with the same body shot. 32 seconds. Deep breath, deep breath. Come, Zalfa's gone. He's done it again. He's gone. Finish it now, Zalfa. Come on. He's caught, he's waved it off. No more. No more. Well done, no. Well done. Congratulations. But commiserations to Jordan Gill, because he's a lovely guy. Oh, congratulations. I did say Zalfa was gonna stop him. But look at, I want the doctor to have a look at his eye. Oh, and they're both lovely kids. Both lovely kids. Congratulations. Is that Marcus Sweatman in the corner? Is it Marcus Sweatman? We've got the lovely Scouser there, me mate. Yeah, good fight. Really good fight. Really, I'm happy. I'm sad for obviously Jordan, but I'm happy for Zalfa. Well done. Really good work. Yeah, I'm looking at the chat now. Down, liver shot. Zalfa power coming in from Harvey Brown. Ooh, Chinese power. What you saying, Zach? Is Zhang gonna beat Wilder if they're fighting? It's easy to visualize the fight listening to this. You're doing it. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Gill has Jordan Gill is a warrior. Yeah. Down again. Zalfa finishes clinically. It's done. Gutted for Gill. He did so well to get up from those knockdowns because he's got heart. AP saying, Zalfa, clap those hands. Good fight. Guan Zalfa coming from Super K. Zalfa won every... Oh, right, I just saw music on the screen then. Good fight. Early stoppage. You think it... No, I didn't think it was early. He got knocked down. This is all in one round. So he got knocked down once. Okay, he got back up. Yep, let's go. He got knocked down again. When he got knocked down again, it really knocked the wind out of his sails. So when Zalfa's putting that pressure on him, the right thing to do is to stop it. And plus, his eye looks horrific. I think it was fair, but I guess there's be quite a few people that will say it was an early stoppage. Congrats to Zalfa. He's a good guy. They both are, but yeah, I'm happy for Zalfa. Good to see Team Barrett take the W. It was a damn good fight. I knew it would be. Marty, well done to Zalfa. Lyndon Arthur told him he was losing in the corner. Ah, did he? And Zalfa went ballistic. Fair enough. Sometimes that's what you need to hear. Tracy Shields, amazing Zalfa. Super proud of you. We love that. Both great fighters coming in from Harvey Brown. Knew it would be a banger. Absolutely. Unfortunate for Gill. He started well, but gave too much away. I hope he gets his world title shot now, Zalfa does. Harvey Brown, good commentary, thanks. No, listen, thanks for listening in, you guys. Like I said, I can't do it without the lot of you. You make the Saturday nights very interesting. Great night of boxing. Great to share the night with Red and you all. Good night, all. Good night, Lion, and I'll see you soon. Great from Barrett. Body shots killed Gill. Feel bad for Gill, Emma Willis. Hope he comes again. Yeah, 100% he will. Any fights worth watching on the undercard? To be fair, I watched all of them, but I'm like that though. I'll just watch everything. Mr. Flash, where you been all night? Good stoppage. He would have gotten a ruptured liver, which can really damage him, putting him out for a while. There you go. Great stream as always. Take care, everyone. I bet you'll go to sleep. No, you won't, Chris. You'll be chatting your lady friend up online tonight. Good show. You're easy on the ears and on the eyes. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Au revoir. Or bonsoir. Um, Gill's chin is dodgy. I remember what Kiko Martinez did to him. Cheers for the commentary, Red. Literally, no problem. Glad to have you all here. Eloise Parkins, thank you. Really appreciate your commentary. A great fight. Now, pick up yourselves, guys. We know what it is, Chris. We know what it is. Don't worry, your secret's safe with all of us in here. Thanks for your input. Good night, Herco, and it's good to see you as well. Thanks for your company tonight. Abs, bless you. Yes, you know what it is. Thank you all for listening in. If you could hit the like button or whatever, it all helps the algorithm. Just to let you know, I'll be live 3 times tomorrow. I'm doing a 9 a.m. ish with Gareth A. Davis because we're going to be discussing the obviously tonight's card and obviously the potential of what's going to happen on Monday, what we could expect. So that's going to be in the morning around 9ish. Gareth is always late. I'm doing a new segment which I've mentioned to you guys with somebody that I've seen across the internet. Her name is Solari, and we're going to be doing an introduction to Black history. And it's for you guys to listen, to come in and to understand and just have it here. It's going to be a live conversation. She's actually got a degree and she's going through a master's on the subject, highly educated. So it's going to be education a little bit for me as well. I've called it the controversial corner because we're going to be discussing things that some people may see as controversial, but I hope it makes interesting listening for you guys. And then later on, about 6:30, I'm going to be going live with the boxing panel, which is Maestro from the USA, Danny from Fight Fan TV, and Base the Kid. So tomorrow there'll be a few lives popping up. You can see the schedule. If you're interested, get notified, or the content's there for you to watch later on anyway. So listen, you guys have been fantastic company. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you at the next watch along. But keep your eye out for the content because I'm going to try and get some bits from the 5v5 on Monday. But you know what we say at October Red? The way your commentary went sounds like Zelfa knew about Jordan. Oh, I didn't even know about that. Maybe he did. I didn't even know he had an injury. Listen, great show, great company. You guys are amazing. But I'm going to go because I'm back here in the morning. Adios and stay ready.